My live. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another episode of Just Chillin podcast call-in show. I literally got here just in time. For those of you that follow me on Instagram yesterday, you saw I posted a little vid hinting at what my next one of my next videos will be. I literally just finished editing it. When this is over, I'm gonna go over and export it, upload it. Obviously, members will get it first, and then like sometime during the day, tomorrow, you guys, regular viewers, will see it. Shout out to Farhan, my friend, as usual. He came over, helped me film it, helped me do a little effects for it. Y'all will see what it is tomorrow. With that being said, shout out to everybody in the chat. We already got a good amount of people in here. Joseph Balby, Levance, Harrison Aaron, Joel Yaddo, Jaden the Champ, I already said Levance, Big Play Slade, Giants P Sports, Duran Osman. I think I got that. Cresley in here, King Tone, Yuvraj Singh, David AV. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Just going hop right into it. My hair has a bit more volume since last night. I think it's because I didn't get a chance to brush it really, but I don't think it's that bad. But let's get first person here. We got one of the calling goats returning. Joel, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Still
Dude, Giants football. You guys psyched? Come on, you ready? Come on, let's hear it. Let me see some arms. Let me see some flexing in the chat. Come on, baby. Give me some arms. We're only a couple days away. I told you guys just exactly what would happen. I told you the O-line, we were going to fix it. We're going to get guys that have been in shape, been in the league a year or two. We are not dependent on a rookie. We don't have a rookie O-lineman that we're dependent on. Everybody's got 1 year in, at least. The two guys we picked up have 3 or 4 years in. You know, that's key. These guys are professionals. These guys are in shape. These guys have tape. These guys have film. These guys are ready. They want a starting job. They want that second contract. They're hungry. They know. You know, look, the one guy there's been on the Ravens, yeah, he was having a hell of a time just getting on the field, but injury, he got on the field for a few games. He looked damn good to me in tape, and everybody's complaining about this.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Was it the center or the guard we got from the Ravens?
Well, both of them I think are good, so I'm not sure which one you're referring to when you said the good one.
Well, the one kid there from the Ravens, that not the other kid from Duke that we picked up the center.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about Ben Bredesen.
Bredesen, yeah. He's got some really good film on him.
Second year player, 4th round pick last year. Had Kevin Zeitler, funnily enough, had Kevin Zeitler not leave the Giants and go there, he probably would have been starting for them.
Exactly. And everyone's worried about Solder outworking Pert. Well, we're not on the field. We don't see what these coaches are doing. We got 3 offensive line coaches. You know, preseason. Who cares about preseason? Oh, guys, hey, the Lions went 4-0 1 year and then lost the next 17 straight. Okay? Preseason isn't about wins and losses. Preseason's about seeing what you got, who needs to develop, what guys you're going to have on the team. And then when you get to your 53-man roster, that's just basic. That's not the team. That's not who's going to be on the field. That's just guys that you think are good enough right now to be there, and then you put them on practice squad. You know, I understand the Sills Army being upset because the kid did ball out, but nobody got picked up. They're all right back with us. Oh, by the way, how about Quincy Roche? Okay, so everyone.
Y'all know. From me, I think it was back in January when I was like mentioning this dude. Very surprised he went into 6th. Even more surprised the Steelers let him go.
Right. I mean, who do you want to give up in the draft for a lineman? Everybody says we should have drafted a lineman. Who do you want to give up? You know, the way it works.
Are you asking me, or is it a rhetorical question?
That's a rhetorical question for everybody that I've seen on Twitter that says, oh, we should have drafted a lineman. You know, Solder might be starting because we don't know why.
There could be many reasons. I even said in my video today, it could be because maybe they think he handles Von Miller better than Pert would. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they enter games. They're like, you know what, Pert's going to handle this guy better. So
listen, breaking news. Chubb got detained for not appearing in front of a bench warrant. So Bradley Chubb might not even be playing Sunday.
Has anybody ever been detained before? How long does something like that actually last
You
before
know
we jump
what?
the
It
gun?
could be conduct detrimental to the team. It could be something the NFL's going to step in and do. I mean, when you get a court appearance, I mean, failure to appear in front of a judge. I mean, you're making your team look bad. You're making you look bad for an appearance ticket, and then a bench warrant's issued. So, you know, guys, man, y'all. I'm telling you, we got Barkley back. We got Galladay. Judge is hiding all of these guys for a reason.
Yo, how many How many months have I been saying Saquon's been 100% healthy, bro? How many months have I been saying this man been 100% healthy?
I know. And it's like, and then you guys are biting into the media like, oh my God, I read an article and I watch film. No, you watch Brian Baldinger break down a play, and he's just telling you the bad things instead of looking at the other play. All right, Daniel Jones threw an interception, but how about that sweet dime he threw for the touchdown?
I'll just say I don't want to. I was about to say I don't want to give excuses to Daniel, but it looked like Ingram was
Darius
supposed to stop
makes
on that route.
Catch on that 13-yard pass. That's a first down. Daniel throws another touchdown.
Like I was saying, I don't want to give DJ excuses, but I looked at the play. I looked at several people talk about the play that I trust, and by all accounts, it looks as if Evan Ingram was supposed to stop and turn around, but he continued running, which is why the ball was thrown where it was thrown. Once again, I don't want to give him excuses, but that's not the first time we've seen something like that happen, particularly with Evan Ingram. It's not the first time we've seen our receivers drop, really good passes that should have been first downs and things like that.
If Ingram's not on the field, Daniel Jones has 0 interceptions, 0 turnovers this week.
Remember last year when he had the longest active streak in the NFL, no interceptions, and Evan Ingram against the Cowboys was the reason that was broken.
I wasn't on when you had the Paul D'Antonio on yesterday. You people really need to go watch that interview because he really talks about how very few of us Giants fans really feel. And he's absolutely right. He says, you don't look at what you've done for me lately. You just look at the bad stuff. You don't look at the last 8 games. You look at the whole season, and then it's the first half of the season when we struggle.
Specifically with DJ and Andrew Thomas, that conversation was about, and Joel's absolutely like, listen, first of all, thank you guys. Once again, I just want to say it. Paul Latino does not come on the show, does not even answer my message if, you guys aren't here. So that happened just purely because y'all. I want to thank y'all for the support you guys continue showing me. And that was just a great stream. Definitely go check it out. Another thing he said that came true today was what you mentioned earlier, Solar starting over Perp. Paul was like, listen, and shout out to Miz in the chat. Miz was somebody saying this for months as well. But Paul was like, from what we've seen, the reporters during training camp, and he wasn't calling Pert terrible, but it's basically Pert didn't do enough to guarantee himself a starting job. And then Solar showed up and was better than what anybody expected him to be after 600 days of no football.
And that's just it, guys. Pert is a late 3rd-round draft pick.
And developmental, too, project. We got to remember that.
We knew that in the beginning, and I know everybody has high hopes for him. But if you have you put 0 weight on a rookie's shoulders, he's not going to disappoint you. I mean, even Kadarius Toney, you got to go in with 0 expectations. We don't know how Garrett wants to use him. We haven't even seen the kid on the field, but he's a failure because we haven't seen him yet because Judge is hiding him. Well, I wouldn't want to show away any of my key plays. I don't want anybody to have any type of film on any of my stars. It's the first week of the season. Oh, and by the way, with everybody returning on defense and how good that defense was last year, Graham's just going to take right off from where they were last year, and Teddy Two-Toes Bridgewater is not going to have a clue what to do and how to play that defense because these guys are going to be able to go from cover 3 to cover 2 in the blink of an eye and confuse the hell out of him.
Shout out to the Red Osmond for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, do you guys think Andrew Thomas's bad game was because he's worried about re-injuring his ankle and he didn't put in max effort? I think his bad game was because, let's be honest. That was his first bad game since week 6, week 7 of the regular season. I don't want to. He's allowed to have a bad game every now and again. I think maybe he was just rusty. I wouldn't say it was worried about re-injuring the ankle. There was nothing that suggested that throughout the offseason. And I definitely don't think he's somebody that will put in minimum effort, so to speak.
Listen, okay, that was Andrew Thomas's real first contact. Okay, they did play a little bit against the Jets, didn't they? Or
Yes, they
didn't
did. They played
okay,
a good amount. The first team offensive line.
okay, and they struggled. Okay, but when you have your first contact, and now let's not forget, Andrew Thomas is trying to. He knows he has to work on technique and punch, and what he's trying to do, it seems like to me, is he's trying to get it down mechanically because he's going through it in his mind instead of reacting naturally. So he's almost like, well, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. Oh, crap. He got by me. You know what I mean? Instead of it just coming up pop natural like he did at Georgia, he didn't really have to worry about that as much. He just played.
Another thing I will say is that it seemed like he was overcompensating because one of his main problems last year was getting beat on the inside. During that game, he got beat on the outside. So he was like, he didn't get beat on the inside at all. And by the way, I will say he was playing with Ted Larson next to him as left guard. That does affect how your left tackle plays. But it just looks like he was overcompensating for not getting beat on the inside, and that's what caused him to get beat on the outside.
You know, Paul said it best yesterday. He's a rookie. He got thrown out there. He lost his confidence, and he started getting it back. But guess what? It's his second year. He sees how hyped all these guys are. He sees these guys balling. And he's going, I don't want to let these guys down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that plays into your mind too. And he's like, well, what have I got to do? He's just like Daniel, just sit back, relax, do your job, work on your technique. It's going to come, it's going to develop. If we run the ball, that makes passing easier because the defense is not going to know whether we're running, we're passing, throwing a screen to the running back or the wide receiver, and that opens up your whole playbook. Like I said, Paul, go listen to that because he's describing what every Giants fan needs to feel right now. It's true. You know, you got to look at the big picture because it takes all five guys on that offensive line to gel. Not one, not two. It's not basketball where one guy can take over. You know, you can't bring in a relief pitcher to save the game. Yeah, or get a guy up there to bat for you. You know, these guys, they don't want to go back to the huddle and look Daniel in the face and go, man, I'm sorry you got hit. No, or I'm sorry I screwed up. And that's getting into their head. The winning breed, the culture we have, the ferocity we have, the drive we have. We need the winning because the winning builds you better. And when I said earlier, you know, everybody was making fun of me. We need to win 30 to 10. When you win games like that, that just boosts your ego, boosts your confidence, and it makes practice that much more fun.
So I gotta ask you, because it is week 1 Broncos, are you saying 30 to 10? Is that why you said
I want
that?
30 to 10. Yeah. There's no reason our defense, if they come out and play the way they played last year, there's no reason we shouldn't hold them to 10 points. I mean, I could see no stupid penalties. How many times did the offensive lineman give us a penalty and stop a drive? We'd be midfield and then it'd be holding. Okay, so now
Cowboys
it's 1st and
game,
20.
man. First Cowboys game.
It happened. All right, Miz. You know what? You're telling me if we win 30 to 10, that's not going to improve the guys' thoughts and feelings on that team? That's not going to amp them up? I mean, how about 19 to 17? No, I want to dominate. I am sick and tired of winning games, watching the last 2 minutes, hoping and praying our defense doesn't give up. I want a game because Giants football, you do not get games like that. Maybe we're not winning 30 to 10. I'm telling you what I want to happen. I want to sit back. I want to watch the fourth quarter, go, yep, we smoked them this time. We're going to prove everybody wrong. Daniel had a great game. Barkley's got over 100 yards. Galladay's got 6 catches. You know, that's what I want. I want to sit here Monday or next Tuesday at the call-in show and go, Hub, I told you. I want to sit here and go, Miz, I told you.
Listen, yeah. if that happens, you think I'm gonna be anything but ecstatic?
Right. You know, and if that makes you feel that good, imagine what it does for the guys on the line, knowing that they did that. You know, these guys are tired of losing. They're sick of losing. They want to dominate teams. Judge wants to dominate. You think Judge isn't sick and tired of hearing how all these New England Patriot coaches don't work out? Yeah, you think he's tired of that headline too? I mean, he's got the backups. He's got the guys in the position now. You just now it's just about the guys going out and doing it.
By the way, shout out to Talking Giants in the chat. He says, whoever that is behind there, said you told them to have no expectations.
I told who to have no expectations.
I don't know. That's what Talking Giants says. They just commented. They said, Joel, you told us to have no expectations, LOL.
Oh. I'm trying to think of when I said no expectations. Was it in this stream?
I don't know if it was in this stream, if it was probably in one of their streams. Could be anything. Well, yeah. Marjorie, amazing guy, Jalen in here as well. How you guys doing?
Yeah, man, I'm just looking at big picture. I'm looking at the team. We are the most balanced team in the NFC East on the offense and on the defense. There's no reason we should not beat Denver.
You know, I'm glad you said that because a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, I was on a stream with other NFC's content creators, and it was a Cowboys guy that said, he said, even though I don't think the Giants are going to win the division, I do think you guys are the most balanced team. I was like, you know, I'll take most balanced team. I could believe that. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys defense, I don't know what it's going to be. The Washington offense, I don't know what's going to be with their quarterback. And obviously, I really got no faith in the Eagles.
I'm thinking about calling the game Thursday night just to watch the Cowboys, because I'm going to watch the Cowboys game.
Mm-hmm.
So I might just put it up on my channel, and if people want to stop by and watch, hey, you know what? Great, come on by. You don't want to? Oh, well, I'm going to watch the game and call it. So,
Joe, let me get your last thought before I pop you out, because it seems like week one is bringing everybody back. I got 3 more members in here, and then, of course, the regular people.
I see that. All right. You know what, man? Just let's go. You know, wait. We're going to get the injury report soon. We're going to know who's starting. We're going to know who's on the field. We're going to know who's dressed. And that's going to tell a lot. Okay. These guys are going to be in pads today and tomorrow. So take what the reporters are going to report with a grain of salt. You kind of have to. I mean, there's a couple out there that you can really get a gist on and they give you a good idea, but don't panic. I guess that's the big thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't panic, because I can see Daniel Jones throwing for 3 touchdowns. I mean, Garrett, just real quick, have you ever heard of a coach say, yeah, we're going to start slow this year? Have you ever heard? Garrett is playing you guys like a puppeteer. He really is. He's got the strings. Y'all are dangling. Oh, my God, Galladay said we're going to start slow. Oh, my God, the sky is falling. Okay. I bet you they're going to come out and start slinging the ball down.
I'm going to just ask if you actually watched the video or if you just read the title that I made on that.
No, I haven't had a chance to watch many videos. I actually got one out today for the first time in months.
But... All right, then don't include me in the y'all with the puppet strings. That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
That's all I'm going to say about that in regards to that. Because what I was saying is we can't afford to start off slow, but kind of what you're saying. No coaches out here about to admit it. But then again, listen, I'll be the first person to get on the fire Jason Garrett train. And I'll also be the first person, if I'm proven wrong, I'm be happy. But we'll see how that goes. Joe, hope to see you in the chat, man. Thank you for calling in. And let's go for a win this week 1, man.
Ciao, fellas.
Next up, we got Bobby Woodruff. Bobby, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Hey, how is my still echoing?
You are good. I can't hear any echo.
You know what I did wrong before? It says cancel the echo cancellation. It says.
Oh, that's probably what.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Giant. I take 30-10 and like that score.
Wow. Everybody wants the blowout, huh?
Kick ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What up, Authentic in the chat? How you doing?
I love the Giants. I'm gonna get a new Giant hat. You know why?
Why?
Because you know Rocha.
On Rocha?
You know Rocha Entertainment?
I do not know.
I won a hat from his. I get the Giants written across.
Oh, that's pretty cool. In the old logo?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I like. I don't like this NY crap. I like the
Why not? The NY I was about to say the NY logo is the classic logo though.
No, I like the Giants right now. That's when they won this first Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Giants.
I feel like that's why everybody likes it because of the old era.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't put it back on their helmets. That makes it good. It makes it great.
We won Super Bowls with the NY.
Yeah, I know that. 2 of them against the Patriots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how you doing? You doing good?
I'm doing good, man. Week 1 is here. Can you believe this Thursday we get to watch the Cowboys get destroyed?
I'm going with the Cowboys. I hate the Tampa Bay.
You think Cowboys are going to be Tampa Bay?
Mm.
What are they going to do? Tell me about it.
I think they're going to run the ball mostly and then pass it when they need to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because does Tampa Bay have a good defense?
Yes.
The best defense in the league?
They have one of the best defenses in the league, yeah.
But I think that's going to make it good. He's going to start running the ball if he has to. I just don't want to see Tampa Bay win.
Why not? What you got against Tampa Bay?
Well, Brady's starting.
Okay, I guess that's a reason.
I'm just sick of him winning Super Bowls.
Listen, he's not going to win this year, man. Who says he's going to win this year?
Well, you might not know. We didn't say that last year, and then look at that. You didn't need Bill Belichick to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Barkley on the field. I can't wait.
Do you think he's going to get the full workload?
No, I think they're going to share with either. Who you think the backup's going to be, Booker or
Booker? I think Booker's definitely the backup.
Well, I like the other one. He killed us. Remember all the time?
Oh, well, we let go of him. He's not on team anymore.
Oh, no, we got rid of Clement.
Yeah.
You know how stupid that is? Because he always killed the Giants.
But that's the thing, though, right? The only team he ever killed was the Giants. No other team.
I know. So why don't you sign him?
Because then he wouldn't kill any team for us then.
Who's the other backup?
Brightwell, the rookie.
I'm not into him. Nah, I'd rather get Clement. But Booker's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they're going to share time with each other, Booker and good old Barkley. And I want to see Galloway on the field, too. Can't wait to see him.
What were you going to say?
What?
I said, what were you going to say?
They're going, I think Galloway, if he's healthy, he's going to have a great game.
1,000-yard season?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. You think, what kind of season do you think DJ could have?
DJ, I'm praying. I think he might have a great season this year.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line looks they're running the ball much better now.
It was always a line where the strength was running the ball for sure.
Yeah, that's what the Giants are. In 1986, we had Joe Morris. And then in 90, we had, what's his name, the old man? You weren't alive in 90, right?
Nope.
We had the old man. Oh, ex-Joe. Tell him to write that down. We got him from the Cardinals. He was an old running back. Ex-Joe. See if Joe could write that down in the chat.
If he's in the chat, he hasn't written it down yet.
Okay, he's the old guy. Oh,
M26M is saying Rodney Hampton?
No, Otis Anderson.
Otis Anderson. Okay, then.
Yeah, he was great that year. Then you had, who did we have in when we beat the Patriots? That was Tiki, right? No, Tiki.
You're talking about 2007?
Yeah, when.
Oh yeah, Bradshaw, Jacobs, and
yeah, those good runners. You see, we're great in running. That's how Bill Parcells was always running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And great defense wins the games.
So
I think they're gonna really. I think even it's gonna be less. They might only score a touchdown. I think Denver.
So 30-7.
Yeah. 37.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think
that's a great defensive showing.
Oh, I think they could. They have a great defense. They had a good defense last year. We're going to get even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I tell you right now, right off the bat.
So how are we scoring 30 points this Sunday? Is it going to be by running or is it going to be DJ?
Yeah, I think I'm going to predict that Daniel Jones has a running touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Barkley has a touchdown. Galladay has a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And who's our tight end?
Ingram.
He's not starting, is he?
Well, let me pull up the depth chart. I think I already forgot. I'm pretty sure they listed him as a starter.
I'd rather have who as a start over him, definitely.
But it is the unofficial depth chart. It could change before we get there. Yeah, Ingram's the starter. And then Rudolph will be right behind him.
Yeah, I want Rudolph. Rudolph's a lot better than Ingram. I think Rudolph would get a touchdown.
Well, I'll say this though, at least Ingram is not the number one guy anymore, so it's not like he's gonna get that many targets. That eases up the mental.
The damn ball. He can't catch the damn ball.
We'll have to see if he improves, right?
Yeah. Oh, in practice. Oh, he caught a pass. Big shit. Ooh, look at that! I caught a pass in practice. Do it on the field when you get paid, bro.
It is his last year here, I think.
Thank God. We could get rid of smelly pants. Yes, thank God. Yes.
So then you're saying Daniel Jones has a rushing touchdown. He passes a touchdown to Kyle Rudolph, and who was the other one he passed a touchdown to?
Galloway.
Okay, so he passed one to Galladay, and then
Barkley would run in for. Yeah, I think the Giants could get a safety. Yeah, I have to get Teddy Bridges safety.
Oh, you think we're gonna get a safety as well? Okay.
Yeah, so that makes it 30-7, right? Yeah.
I got you right now, bro. Yeah, you're right.
That's my prediction for Sunday.
That's a lot of there right there, man.
Well, I think it's gonna happen. I agree with Joe. Everything Joe said, he's a smart guy. I miss his beard though. He looks naked.
Yeah, me too, man.
He looks naked without his beard though. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. He needs to grow that thing back.
But I saw one of the baseball players, right? This guy had the nastiest beard you ever saw, It's disgusting. Oh, God. I don't know what lives in there. It got to be something living in there. It's too big. So my final thoughts, I see Giants are going to kick butt, right? And we're going to be, I think our record's going to be 12-5.
That's a really good record right there. That's going to win the division.
That's what I'm predicting. I didn't go say they're going undefeated. I think they're going to have 5 losses.
Mm-hmm.
They're the tough teams. I think they could beat the Rams, really. I think we could beat the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we almost came close. We didn't lose that much to the Rams last year.
Yeah, it was a very close game.
The defense came up, was helping us.
Mm-hmm.
How many? We didn't lose by that much, didn't we?
I think we lost by like 7 or 10 points.
Yeah, that's not bad against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's my final thought. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
What?
I said thank you for calling in.
I'm happy I'm not echoing anymore.
Yeah, it was that little checkbox, right?
Yes, I didn't know. I saw it. It says echo cancellation. So let me try that, and it works. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when is your next one? Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, so it'll be right after, basically going to be a week 1 recap, man.
And one question, who was that guy on yesterday? I never heard of him.
Paul Dottino? You've never heard of Paul Dottino?
No, where is he? On Giants.com?
He's on Giants.com. He's on the Giants YouTube channel. He's on WFAN.
He does like the pregame, like the practicing?
Big Blue Kickoff. Yeah, he sometimes he like talks about the practices. He's a host of Big Blue Kickoff.
I know, and he talks to that lady too, right?
Yeah, there's a good amount of them. Yeah,
I like that blonde hair chick. Oh my God, she's hot. You know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember her name, but she's hot though. Who's on next after me?
After you, it's Mike, then Ash, and those are the last members. Then we got Logan, Benny, Harrison, and Miz is gonna call in at some point as well.
Okay, and the other guy, what's the other guy's name that has his own channel that I wanted to talk to the other day? What was his name? He does a show with 3 people on it, with the guy in the middle and the guy with the beard.
Oh, Authentic is in the chat.
Oh, he is. I want to talk to him. He's my homeboy. Yes.
You're gonna have to get to the chat. I think he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to chat now. I'll be in there. I'll give you a surprise today. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
We'll talk to you, homeboy.
Thank you.
Let's go Giants, everybody. Yeah. 425. 425, remember.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets are going to beat Carolina Panthers.
That's what we're calling. Okay, man. All right, Bobby. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, I love talking to you. Awesome.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Next up, we got Mike Nixon. Mike, what's up, man? I think it was the very first time in
Hey,
a long time you were not the first in line there.
yeah, because you were late to my fantasy draft. It
I
was at
was.
7:30.
Yes. Yeah. I was editing, like I said when I came in. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Now, at least I filled up the
But
spot, though. I'm gonna be making moves, obviously. We'll see what
yeah,
happens.
I mean, you do have a pretty solid squad.
So
I'm
you
not
telling me
gonna
auto
lie.
draft gave me something good? Oh my god, I got Dak, Najee. Okay, this is a Travis Kelsey. All right, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. But Mike, let's talk Giants though. Let's forget fantasy football, bro. What's up?
Let let's
Mm-hmm.
let's talk.
Let's talk it.
All right. Truthfully, I'm not happy that Shoulder's starting.
Talk to me.
He basically he stinks. He stinks. He stinks.
Mm-hmm.
We 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 had 2 years of him, and he stunk.
This is what I gotta
Now I
ask you
don't
though.
mind. And
What I gotta ask you is if they're starting him over Pert, doesn't that mean he either improved or like Pert got worse? So which one do you think is more realistic?
I think they're starting him because he's a vet.
You think that's the only reason?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Bobby Woodruff for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it, man. He says, "Hub, you are awesome, my man." Bobby, you are awesome, my man. Tell your two cats that I say what's up, bro. Go ahead, though, Mike.
But I mean, Purchase needs to develop, like you said in your video.
Mm-hmm. He was a project guy. What I said
And
in the video as well was like, I can't think of any project tackle. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Hit their stride in their second year.
yeah. But I'm just excited to see Barkley on the field.
Okay. Before we talk about Barkley, I will say on the Nate Solder thing, we're not exactly sure how Solder is. I
Yeah,
I gotta wait and see. Because obviously the
yeah.
past 2 years that we saw Solder, he wasn't good.
You know
But
what
he
though?
looked once again, he
Judge
surprised
has
everybody.
never scared me wrong, so I'm gonna trust it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna trust it.
I think it's
But
really gonna be like it was Cam Fleming and Matt Pert rotation last year. I think we're gonna have a Nate Solder and Matt Pert rotation this year. I think.
mhm,
Obviously, that's just my opinion. I'm not sure.
but yeah. I just can't wait. I
You can't wait
just
for
can't.
Saquon. You can't wait for Galladay. They listed Tony on the depth chart, but we haven't gotten the injury report yet. So, how many of those guys you think are actually going to play?
All right, Barkley is gonna play. Galladay's gonna play. Uh, Tony's gonna play. I think
Mm-hmm.
because who else is gonna play kick return? Because Ward is
He just
now
got
on the
cut.
practice.
Oh, they brought him back on the
Yeah,
practice
but
squad. Okay.
he's on the practice squad, and we signed Nate Ebner finally.
Mm-hmm. So, you think we're going to start Tony at kick return?
Either that or maybe, just maybe, we might activate Pettis from the practice squad and have him as our kick returner.
Right now, I forgot who was listed right behind Board at kick return. I think it might have been Peppers. What was the shot
Mhm.
of Peppers doing boat return games? You think?
I mean, personally,
he could, but I really don't want him to.
Mm-hmm.
Like punt return is different
Mm-hmm.
because then you'll have him on kick return, punt return, and defense. I would like to make sure that our starting safety has a breath, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, personally, I want it to be Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Get him on the field and see what he can do.
Tony,
Yeah.
what kind of workload you think the other guys getting? Well, first of all, before I ask you that, what do you just see for the Broncos game in general, man?
All right. I see us winning 24-17.
Okay. So far, I've gotten 30-10, 30-7. This is a closer one, 24-17. Uh, I
I
like that
mean,
score. I like that score. That's
I
a very
mean,
fair score.
as much as I would like it to be 30-10, I'm a little, I'm being a little bit more realistic.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Giants World for the $5 super chat. He says, Hub was good, gang. That's the unofficial depth chart. Pert did have a back injury a couple weeks ago. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., the injury report comes out. So we'll see if maybe it's an injury thing, is why Pert's not starting. We'll see what's up with that. Hey, Frosty in the chat. What's up, man? I haven't seen Frosty in a minute. What do you think about that with the back injury?
Uh, it could be. It
But it
could
was a couple
be.
weeks ago. I don't think we've heard anything affecting him since then, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope that Pear is all right and he's not injured
Mm-hmm.
because I mean I could really see like shoulder and Pear splitting snaps on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Just because shoulders of that and he, he'll need a breather, you know.
Mm-hmm. How do we win this
So
game, man? With the running?
yeah,
But
yeah,
but
because because I really think that we need to run the ball, especially the first 2 weeks,
mm-hmm.
because oh maybe Washington a little bit more balanced, but Denver's secondary is pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, not to say that we won't take shots when needed,
Mm-hmm.
but I just I just think that we need to u- u- utilize what the weaknesses. They weren't. I mean, mm, Von Miller and Bradley Chubb were injured last year, so I mean that had something to do with it. But they they're not. They weren't a good rush rush defense last year.
Mm-hmm. By the way, shout out to Lou in the chat. They weren't a good rush defense last year, which is why a lot of people are saying for us to basically get this game going, we're gonna have to run up the middle specifically.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
would agree. But I mean, as for Barkley, I see him having maybe between 90 to 110 yards rushing,
Mm-hmm.
and a touchdown,
I think that's a pretty good return game. I
and
call it a pretty good return game.
maybe like 50 or 60 receiving yards.
Oh, so you're seeing Barkley basically getting a full workload then?
I mean,
That's 160 scrimmage yards right there. That's I'd say that's a full workload.
yeah,
Okay.
but he could have maybe like a 30-yard gain, or a 40-yard gain. And what's up, y'all? I'm now hosting this show. Oh my god.
My own stream for a minute. That's hilarious. Yeah, what happened, bro? I heard 30 game, and then all of a sudden I got the off snap screen. But go ahead.
Oh, I said he could easily get 40 to 50 yards on one catch, though.
Mm-hmm. I hear
So,
you. I just feel like what you call it. I just feel like the same thing I've been saying for months. I feel like he's 100%. I do feel like they're gonna ease him in though. That's gonna be a heavy workload for the return straight up. You know what I mean?
mm,
Any last thoughts though, Mike? What is about the Broncos, the Giants this season? Anything for pop you out and get the last member in here tonight, which is Ash Money.
just go Giants, and yeah, hopefully we can start 2-0, or let let me just say 1-0 for now.
Okay. I like it. We gotta start off fast, man. We can't start off slow. I think I agree with you there, man.
And by the way, Hub, I have
What's up?
Barkley in our fantasy league.
I'm gonna take a look at that afterwards. All right, I'm gonna make some moves. Surprisingly, auto drafted me well. I think I'm gonna win that league. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm probably gonna go undefeated in all my fantasy leagues.
No. I'm
Just leave it at
winning.
that. Hey, man, we'll see. Hey, man, thank you for calling in, Mike. As usual, bro. Have a good one.
You too, Hub.
Before I pop in Ash Money once again, shout out to everybody in here. Thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button. We got 57 people watching. Let's get the hype going for Giants. Ash, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm good. What's up, certified Drake fan?
Come on, bro. You know I was just doing that video because I had to. You know,
Sure, man.
I just saw this other video. I gotta send that to you later. But let me preach the gospel. Let me preach to the congregation real quick. All right. Why is it we hype up our defense all season? Now we come week one. Now we having these like close games. Denver is scoring all these points on us. Listen, my score prediction for this game is like 27-10.
Yo, you see us having? Does everybody see us having like a top 3 defense?
Bro, if we finish, I just see logically there should be no way why we should be worse. Like if we finish if we finish ninth.
We finished ninth in scoring defense, yes.
We got better. We have we have a McKinney returned like late in the season, but now we're gonna get him at the start of the season. We have depth too. What is Denver gonna do? Like we are at that point where what Joe just said, we're gonna punch you in the mouth. And what are you gonna do about it? we have Lorenzo Carter come off the edge. He's coming back healthy. He was looking promising last year. O'Shane looking like he's trying to prove something. He worked for a spot. I remember before the training camp started, he was one of those surprise cuts like we had last year with the Ryan Cannelli, or however you say his last name. But he's looking mean. And then when Teddy Bridgewater getting hit by them, what's he gonna do when he see good old 51?
You good? This man Ash just got mauled by a dog midstream. Yo,
good.
rest in peace to Ash, man.
I'm good. My dog just went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see good old 51 and Carter Coughlin coming through as death pieces, and Tate Crowder. Well, Tate Crowder will be starting, but we're not starting. But he'll be on the field most of the time. But my only concern, and it's not really that big of a concern, is the offense. But I know he gets it going. Like Saquon Barkley's been 100%. Even if like he doesn't get the holes that he needs to get, I mean not the attempts that he needs to get. All he needs is that one good hole. He's gonna take that joint like 50 yards. He's gonna take it 50 yards. I feel good about Kadarius Toney. I felt like Joe Judge was just like Joe said, he was hiding him. Kenny Golladay as well. Like I don't know, nobody on the Broncos offense really scares me except for Jerry Jeudy. And that's because, like, if Bradbury's on Courtland Sutton, locking down Courtland Sutton, it kind of worries me because Jerry Jeudy's a dog, So him going up against Adoree on a hurt sprained ankle or coming off of an ankle sprain or whoever will be playing, like, say if Adoree is not going to be playing, But then again, Teddy Bridgewater not going to heave it deep. Like he's gonna throw short passes, throw check downs. And then we got Blake Martinez and the rest of the crew to like. I'm not really worried. Like
I'm surprised you didn't even say Leonard Williams yet.
Well, Leonard Williams gonna be getting to him in the in the backfield. That's if Teddy Bridgewater has time. You feel me? Like we're gonna beat. I got love for Teddy Bridgewater. Nothing personal, but and especially
it ain't nothing personal, but he's gonna be on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
And especially what that running back, that old running back for the Denver.
Oh yeah, former Chargers back. But a lot of people think Javonte Williams, the rookie, is gonna start for them.
No, I'm talking about the
Melvin Gordon.
No, I'm talking about the ex-Bronco. Like he was talking trash on Twitter.
Oh, that dude. We're not even going to address that.
Like he wasn't even good when Peyton was there.
First of all, that man is an abuser. So his opinion is automatically invalid. I don't know where he think he could talk hot like that when he has domestic violence charges against him.
Peyton don't even know who you are. Like let's and Fish said that earlier. I saw that for Fish, but yeah, and I feel like Daniel Jones is gonna have like a 2-touchdown game. He might have an interception, but I saw like he comes back stronger, and he has like he has sort of like a get back to him. I don't know what it is. Like he just has a get back to him. Yeah, the defensive side, I'm not worried. We're gonna shut them down. Defensively, the thing about Bradley, did he get out of jail yet?
I have no idea. He was detained. I got no idea the legalities of it, how long he could be detained for and stuff like that. That's why I'm not really speaking on it.
This brought up a good point in a stream. So if like Bradley Chubb like spends like overnight in jail, like basically, and he's not vaccinated, he's not playing Sunday because like you're gonna have to go through all that protocol and stuff. You're not having enough time to play Sunday because like Cam Newton went to a personal doctor, and the Patriots said that he had to be out for like 5 days.
Well, they cut him anyway, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, different teams might have different protocols. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he missed the court day, but I don't know. Does anybody know like how long you're detained for that? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Depending on what the court date was for, could determine the severity of it. You know what I mean?
And I could just see it because like. I'm not that worried. I know Von Miller is an all-time great, but like he hasn't played in like how long? And even the last time he has played, he wasn't really like effective. Like the last time he played before he had his injury, he wasn't really Von Miller. So, and people just tripping about like Pert not starting over nothing. Like I see people on Twitter talking about like we should have drafted Rashawn Slater. Forget Rashawn Slater. I'm sorry, like that is in the rearview mirror. If y'all want to go back, like after the season, and Rashawn Slater is an all-pro, but Matt Pert, we've been knew he was a project guy.
Yeah, people are forgetting. I said in my video, like we're all forgetting that he's a project guy that we know he's gonna take time to develop. Name me one project tackle, bro, that came on in their second year, bro. I can't name one.
He was taken in the 3rd round. Like what? He was taken in the 3rd round. So like, and Miz was saying like he's very raw. his technique isn't really polished.
Exactly. He
So
needs time. He needs time, bro. Like, it's fine that he's not starting, honestly. Especially if they really do believe Solder is better at the moment. Like, if that's the case, then let Solder start.
and my thing is like I wanted Solder to start, and I wanted to have like a rotational between him and Pert. Was supposed to be what we were supposed to have last year with Furman, but we all know how that went.
Mhm.
But I and this offense, the offensive line doesn't really have to be great. Like it doesn't have to be top 10. Like
Mhm.
I'd accept like a top 15 ranked offensive line. All you need, like Wayne Gallum and these backs were getting busy towards the end of the season with this offensive line.
Mhm.
Imagine what Saquon's gonna do. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
DJ is gonna air it out. Like I could just see it. We're gonna have a big play from Kenny Golladay. I'm not really worried about whether or not he's playing because I just feel like they're just being cautious with him. And I
Yeah.
feel like Joe Judge is doing that because he rushed DJ back way too early last year, and I think he's learning from that. Kadarius Toney, you know, y'all come at Kadarius Toney for not playing during the preseason, but
I don't think,
well, I'm not
has
saying
there ever been a
yeah.
rookie that's kind of been like hated more, bro?
Darius Slayton didn't play in the preseason last year, I don't believe, or his rookie year. Odell didn't, play in the preseason or had that much action. Like I don't really get like why this is such a big deal. Like Kadarius Toney is gonna get busy, and I also
Mhm.
have a hot take.
What's
I
up?
said this a while ago on I forgot who streamer was, but I got laughed at. Darius Slayton needs to step up because Kadarius Toney is coming.
That's your hot. I don't think that's a hot take. That's a
Like,
pretty lukewarm take.
whoa, to some people that's a hot take. Like when I said it, they viewed it as a hot take. I basically think like if Darius Slayton continues to like drop the ball, doesn't use his speed to his advantage, like it's not improving, Kadarius Toney is replacing him. And he's not going to get another contract with the team. Like I like Darius Slayton, but it's just like you're fast for nothing. Like you're fast for nothing. You're tall for nothing. Like you don't use it to your advantage. Like, like to me, I just feel like, and plus that wasn't Joe Judge didn't really, that was just a Dave Gettleman pick. I don't really feel like Joe Judge, like he wouldn't really care like if Darius Slayton like progresses because I feel like Kadarius Toney is his guy. Feel me?
I feel like he cares if all of his players progress, bro.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. If Slayton kind of stays stagnant, then I wouldn't say it's a hot take to say that Tony's coming for his job.
Yeah, I feel like Sterling Shepard is gonna have a monster season this year.
If he could stay healthy, sure. If he could avoid concussions, why not?
Yeah, like he just looks like he's in that role, like he's about to take that next step. He just looks like he's doing that. He's been like my favorite Giant, one of my favorite Giants since we got drafted. Because I watched him in like Oklahoma and stuff, and he was a real playmaker for them. It was like a steal in the second round for us. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But yeah, I know you got a lot of other people in the line. I don't really got that much to say.
Let me get your final thoughts.
So week 1, expect it to be ugly. It's like, let me stop. Week 1.
Well, you're saying expect a blowout.
No, I was just playing like we should be able to blow them out, but traditional Giants football, we play it down to the wire. So, but my score, if we take care of business, 27-10. Yeah.
All right, then that's still kind of a blowout. That's 17-point win. But I'll see what's up with it though. Ash, thank you for calling in, guys. Check out Ash Money Sports Records.
No problem.
Check out his his music channel as well. Do not check out his CLB review. Check out the Donda review. And yeah, man, thank you for calling in, bro. Have a good one.
Donda. All right, see you.
Donda. Really quickly, because I have 2 young call-in guys who need to get to school early tomorrow, I'm gonna pop them on one right after the other. Benny, I'm pop you on, get you your 2 questions. I'm pop you out. Harrison, then I'm gonna get your 2 questions. Then we're gonna get to Ms. Logan and Anthony. Benny, what's up, man? How you doing? You're muted.
Hey, what's going on? The other option, by the way, just saying, if you wanted to, I was gonna tell you earlier, is that if you want, we can also put Harrison on at the same time as me, and we can kind of just all talk. Or if you'd rather do that, it's fine also.
Nah, I'd rather have you guys separate because Harrison, the
Yeah.
local Bucks fan, he's gonna have a couple things to say about the Bucks. I'm assuming. So yeah.
All right, it's fine. Alrighty, so let's get into obviously the big thing. We got the game against Denver, which I'm really excited for. But I don't know if you saw this. This isn't really a question, but did you see the thing? Like, there was some poll on the Cowboys, like, thing or whatever, if they would win versus the Buccaneers, and it was like 73% like yes or something like that.
Well, I know that channel. Shout out to I think it's called Chat Sports. I
Yeah,
forget that guy's name. I used to watch them
remember.
heavy,
Yeah,
but he's a
Tom
Cowboys
Downey or
fan.
whatever.
Yeah, Tom Downey. He's a
I
Cowboys
watched
fan.
that channel.
I'm pretty sure that was probably on their Cowboys segment or Cowboys channel, so it makes sense that it was heavy Cowboys.
Still though, that's pretty. It's surprising though. I even think that like. I know they're going to be like obviously leaning towards their team, but I still would have thought even that because it's the Buccaneers, like they would actually like still lean towards Bucks. But so yeah. But anyway, so let's get into some like Giants versus Broncos things. I would say, I guess my first question was really who do you think is going to have like the biggest game as far as receiving for this offense?
For the Giants-Broncos game, let me go safe because I think he is going to play. I'm going to go. Actually, no, I'm going to change my answer, bro. I want to go Kenny Golladay so bad, but I'm going to wait for the injury report. I think he's going to play. So I'm going to default down to the number 2 option. I'm going to say Sterling Shepard has the biggest receiving there.
I think Shepard's going to be good this year. I've been on track and saying that. I think he's going to have a really good season this year. And I think it's going to be Darius Slayton that loses minutes to Tony towards the end of the year instead of Shepard, even though the plan might be more towards Shepard, actually. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think especially because Kenny Golladay it'll be his first game as a Giant, getting used to things. I think Shepard could definitely, wash out type of guy for this game. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know how much passing it's going to be. I think we should really focus on the run game, man. They have such a good defensive back group and all.
A lot of them have to prove themselves, in my opinion.
True, but still, I mean, you have what's his name, Kyle Fuller or whatever. He's proved himself definitely. I mean, he was He was a Pro Bowler. He was one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Not last year, the year before that, and he was pretty. It was
good 2018, bro. That was it's been about 3 or 4 years, I think.
No way. Wait. Let me search out.
Yeah. Let me get your second question though, because don't forget, you got Harrison after you. Both of you guys need to go to school. Yeah.
Kyle. Okay, so but anyway, and then my second question will probably be for their offense, who are you really most scared of against our team? Not just in general.
So for the Broncos offense,
especially the way the matchup against us.
Okay, so for the Broncos offense, basically the guy that I need to keep my eye on, then, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me go with it's gonna be one of the receivers. Let me go with Courtland Sutton. I do think Jerry Jeudy's going to have, maybe a breakout year or a big year. But to start off the year, I think Courtland Sutton's probably still going to have a good time over there. We'll see. But I'll keep my eye on him for sure. I also think Courtland Sutton is an underrated receiver.
Courtland Sutton was injured last year, but he's a beast.
He's really good when healthy.
When he's healthy, he's super good. That's the guy before Kenny Golladay. That's the guy I wanted the Giants to try to go after, because there's some talks of trying to get him or something like that. I remember one year, I think Sutton's an absolute beast. But so who do you think is going to be covering Jeudy and Sutton? You think Bradbury will be on Sutton? I think.
Whoever they view as I don't know, who do the Broncos view as their number 1 corner? That's who Bradbury is going to be on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Judy's Courtland Sutton's gonna be with Bradbury. I think Sutton's proved more, even though he's been injured. So, but am I allowed to ask one more question, or do you get Harrison?
You got one more than Harrison got, though.
Let's think the last question.
I'm not surprised. Both of you, I keep forgetting. Both of y'all are the young fans, so you guys do have school tomorrow.
I don't start school, but I would start going to sleep earlier because I gotta go to sleep. But I know my school starts Thursday actually. So, but anyway, the final question, I guess it will be so what are your biggest what are the things that you're most confident about for us this game and least confident give me something that you're really sure about this game oh yeah for sure they're gonna have a really good game and
Okay,
somebody
I
that's
got
you're
you.
not you don't know
So
about,
for sure, our
Yeah.
defensive line is gonna have a good game. I got no type of problems. I got no type of confidence issues with the defensive line. They're gonna have a good game no matter what. And I guess the ones that I don't have confidence in would be the offensive line. If our wide receivers are healthy, I got confidence in them. If DJ is completely healthy, I got confidence in him. And then obviously he is. If Saquon is healthy, I got confidence in him. It just comes down to the line. So the two lines basically.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm a little worried about the offensive line. People, if know me. I mean, I'm not the most confident in our offensive line. Andrew Thomas is worrying me so much right now, and I think we really need. I like our actually interior so much more now after this trades. I'm actually fine with our interior. I'm just worried about our tackles now. I mean, Matt Parrott looks I don't know, he's in trouble.
We'll see how it goes. You already know. I'm
Yeah.
not too worried about Thomas, and I'm fine with Solar, so I'm fine with it. But
I
Benny,
think
man,
Thomas will be okay. I'm just a little worried about him for this year. Just starting out, just continuing. 'Cause he's still young. He's still going up against some good players. He's still getting used to the O line and all around him and all. And things are changing, new coaches but yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Thank you for calling in, Benny.
All
So do I assume now going forward you're gonna be staying short time because you got school?
No, I will be probably always 10:30. I'll try to get into the stream here by 10:30.
All right then, man. Have a good one, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
All right.
Next up, we got the second person that gotta go to school tomorrow. Harrison, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hop, it's great to hear from you. What's going on, buddy?
I'm good, man.
So, as Benny was saying, Giants and Broncos is going to be a great game.
How do you feel about your Bucks against the Cowboys?
Pretty great overall, to be honest. I think we're going to beat the hell out of Prescott. Hopefully, he'll get hurt or something. Our defense is going to...
I wouldn't be wishing any injuries on anybody now. We don't do that here, though.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. But anyway, I keep thinking about this. I think the score is going to be close, but I'm sorry, Giants fans. 30-27 Denver. I'm giving the score prediction. I'm sorry.
Really?
It's going to be a close game.
How is Denver scoring 30 points on us, Harrison?
Field goal, last minute.
No. How are they scoring 30 points on us, bro? Explain that to me.
Double touchdowns and turnovers. Giants offense needs to step up, and so does Philadelphia. Yeah. But anyway, I think the main thing here is that I'm just hoping, I know this is completely off topic, for baseball, the Mets make the playoffs. You don't know what this weekend was, and
I don't watch baseball, so you completely lost me there.
Oh, but the Mets are just trying to make a push for a playoff, so that's what I'm focusing on. But yeah,
good luck to the Mets, even though I'd support the Yankees more. But yeah, go ahead.
No, Hub, that's understandable. Most people in New York do, anyway. But Bobby, I forgot what week it is, Hub, forgive me. But Bobby, we're coming for you, whatever week it is.
Which Bobby? Bobby Murphy?
Yeah, we're coming after you, Bobby.
Okay. What week do you guys play the Eagles?
But anyway, I don't know. I forgot, but here's the 3 wins I think we need to get to help you. We definitely need Dallas to help the Giants maybe beat the Eagles and a couple other teams in your division like Washington. Because if we get all those wins, and let's say you guys are 5-3, which might happen and begin the season, I don't know for sure. But if we get those wins, that could help you guys gain points in the standings overall. So hopefully we can do that. But thanks so much for having me. And like Benny said, for me, normally, I do have school, because I have to wake up early, so it probably will be 10:30. But thanks so much for catering to us. We appreciate it, and you're the best. Everyone subscribe to him.
No problem, man. Thank you for calling in, Harrison. Always a pleasure talking to you, man. Have a good one, bro. Next up is going to be Logan, then Miz, then Anthony, then Authentic, just to give you guys a heads up on the lineup as I currently see it back here. So, Logan, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm scared, but I'm also very excited for Sunday, my guy.
Okay. Why are you scared?
This offensive line versus Shelby Harris, Von Miller, and Bradley Chubb.
We don't know if Bradley Chubb is playing. You know
Bradley Chubb.
We don't know Bradley Chubb. What is Shelby Harris gonna do, bro? Hold up, Shelby Harris, bro, for real?
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's not bad.
He's all right. I think you know what I'm saying. I think our guards are gonna be all right. I don't know. What you think, man?
Will Hernandez, Shane Lemieux is not going to be playing. I'm telling you right now. Shane Lemieux cannot. Yo, what's going on, Vance? Shane Lemieux cannot be playing on a partially torn. What did he tear? What's the thing called?
Wasn't it around his knee?
It was
I
a
could be
patellar tendon.
misremembering. Yeah, the patellar tendon.
That's the same thing that ended Victor Cruz's career, actually. But real quick on the Bucks versus Cowboys, I actually, and I'm not even joking, have the Bucks winning 63-43.
What?
No, I'm just messing. I have the Bucks winning 56-40.
That's still very high, bro. What?
Look at the Cowboys' second. Okay, I need to explain something.
No. Forget even if they got a bad defense, bro. How many times in NFL history has there been a 56-point game, bro?
Over 20, actually.
In how many years, bro? Like, well, what is it? 103?
101. 101.
Nah, it's not 101, but the 100 season was in
102.
2018.
No, the 100 season was in 2019.
So why did we have the 100 patches on the jerseys then for Saquon's rookie year?
We didn't.
This man's capping, bro. So hard right now, bro. Anyway, that's not the point. 56 points ain't happening, bro.
Oh, there's this funny thing. So basically, when I used to be on Twitter a few days ago, there was a Cowboys fan that tweeted they're going to beat the Bucks because he said, and I quote, "The Bucks have one of the worst receiving corps in the NFL."
He was definitely trolling. There's no way he's serious about that. He's 100% trolling. Ain't no way.
Yeah, but actually, the Giants versus Broncos, I have us winning 13-10. It's gonna be a very low scoring game, man.
I don't know how many people are gonna be happy with that, man. A lot of people have us like putting up a good amount of points. I don't know how many Giants fans are gonna be happy with a gritty, grinded out type of game, man.
Michael, I do play football, but my season got canceled because of Corona breakouts.
Listen, Logan is a future defensive end, so he needs to continue hitting the gym. You know what I'm saying? Hitting those weights. That's all I'm gonna say. Get Aki Staki.
Yes, sir. But yeah, the season's canceled because of a COVID outbreak. But it's gonna start back up in a few months, but we'll see. But yeah, who do you want to be the starting tight end this year?
You're really asking me this, bro. And listen, before I say what I say, all right, I was the leader of the cut Evan Ingram train last year. Everybody knows this. I was the conductor of the trade Evan Ingram to the Bills train last year, all right? But I am also a believer that he is going to improve this year. A lot of it mentally, a lot of it because he ain't going to be forced the ball. There's just so many things going for him. With all that being said, I still want Kyle Rudolph to start over Evan Ingram. Kyle Rudolph got like an 89% catch percentage on his career. Maybe I'm exaggerating. It's in the 80s, right? He's in the 80s. Man can block. But I'll say this, all right? You know what? If they start Ingram, I'm not going to be complaining, bro. I won't be complaining. I won't be complaining at all. I'd be very happy if they do somehow, some way 50-50 splits. If they're both on the field a good amount of time, that's what's up. I think we do have two good tight ends. I think it's overlooked that we have two good starting caliber tight ends on our team.
Okay. What's your most anticipated matchup for Sunday?
Ooh, you mean other than the Giants and
No,
Broncos?
I mean like player versus player for Giants and Broncos.
Oh, okay. Oh, Who's the Broncos' number one corner? Is it?
I think it's no. It's not.
Is it the rookie? It can't be the rookie.
No, it's not the rookie. It's Kyle Fuller.
Hey man, listen, yo, bro. If Kenny Golladay don't absolutely manhandle Kyle Fuller,
Kyle Fuller's an elite corner. He was all pro last year.
He is a great corner. All right, he's a great corner. Let me not disrespect Kyle Fuller real quick. All right, he's a great corner. But Kyle Fuller, why isn't it showing me? Why is it not showing, bro? It's not showing. But Kyle Fuller is 6 foot flat, bro, 194 pounds. Kenny Golladay, what is he? 6'8".
No, he's
Who's
6'4".
bro?
He's 6. He always said 6. What is this,
Bro, he's
Wilt Chamberlain?
6'4", 213.
That's
right?
almost as tall as me. No, I'm just joking. Cressler, what are these questions?
If I'm being completely honest, though, that is something I'm looking forward to, the Kyle Fuller, Kenny Galladay matchup. Oh, man, I'm really going to be looking forward to if it's Javonte, if it's Melvin, I don't really care. Them going up against our run defense because I want to see how our run defense performs, obviously, without Dalvin Tomlinson.
What are these questions? Cressley's like, how tall are you? 5'8".
You're 5'8", Logan?
Yeah.
Damn. God damn. Anyway, aren't you only like 13, bro? 14?
Yeah, I'm 13.
Yeah, wow.
5'8", 155, defensive end, my guy.
Exactly. Look, Authentic said Fuller is all over Galladay's highlight tape getting cooked, bro. You see what I'm saying, bro? Galladay's going to manhandle this, man.
Michael B just asked, am I scared when I'm playing? No.
Nah, Logan probably dominates. Another one, bro. I'm really looking forward to Leonard Williams against the Browns. I want to see Leonard Williams ball out tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sunday. There's a lot I'm looking forward to.
Nice. I'm Garrett. What's the tackles? What's that tackle's name? I forget him. Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole, is it?
Yeah, he's injured. He's not playing.
Oh, so we should have that's a plus for us.
Yes, sir.
Is that confirmed? Does anybody know if that's actually
someone
confirmed?
put it in the chat? I'm not sure if it's confirmed, but it's.
Oh, all right, man, bro. Don't tell me nothing based on the chat, bro. Like that's like that one time somebody came in here and said based off their dad. I'm like, I can't.
That was me.
That was you, but I can't take that. I can't take that. I gotta take that with a grain of salt, bro. Come on now,
bruh. I don't know, man. But yeah, be honest. Are you scared with this offensive line week 1?
Before I answer, I'm gonna just say, Miz, you popped out probably a couple seconds ago. Pop back in. You're up next. If you still got time for the call. And so with the offensive line, all right. I feel good. I'll tell you who I feel good about. Right, I feel good about Andrew Thomas. I feel good about Nick Gates.
You feel good about Andrew Thomas? Excuse me.
Yes, I feel good about Andrew Thomas.
Okay.
Andrew Thomas is gonna be fine. I feel good about Andrew Thomas. I feel good about Nick Gates. I feel good about Will Hernandez. That's already 3/5 of our offensive line that I feel good about, right? I'm obviously worried about what's going to happen with the guard position. Is Shane Lemieux healthy? Are we starting Ben, who has like, a week at most with our coaching system and, our scheme and whatnot? And then in terms of Nate Solder, I don't feel good about, but I'm also not worried about. I'm just super skeptical about, I guess I'll say. I'm just like, I'll see what happens there. With Nate Solder. Obviously, our tacklers are going to be the most important thing to look at, Thomas and Solder, because of the edge rushers, right? But I feel good about 3/5 of the line for whatever that's worth, man.
All right, I got you. And then here's a question: would you like Jabril Peppers just to play as a sub linebacker a lot this year?
Nah, I like him where he is, bro.
No. I'm just saying in certain packages.
In certain packages, sure, but for the most part. Like Paulie D said last night, man, we basically got 4 safeties that could rope, man. So I'm
congrats on getting Paul Dottino on the stream, by the way. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That was supposed to happen earlier, but he was busy with preseason stuff. It was supposed to happen during the preseason, actually.
Yo,
and he was like, all right, bro, we'll do it right before season.
What is this chat saying? Kush has a nice mustache, bro.
Do you think I have a bad mustache?
No.
You know what I'm saying? I trimmed it up, I shaved a little bit, bro. All that, bro.
Yes, sir. But I'm trying to think of something else. Let's see. How do you think our linebacking core is going to do against Noah Fant?
Isn't Noah Fant questionable or
Noah Fant's questionable? Like, bro, I feel like everyone in the NFL is questionable.
That's true. That's very true. Listen, Noah Fant ain't about to do nothing against Blake Martinez, bro. You saw that man out there against the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Ball hawking.
Looking like Derek Brooks.
Nah, bro. He looked like James Bradbury on that Allen Robinson interception, bro. That was very similar to the Bradbury on Robinson interception.
It was,
he put his hand up, come down. All of a sudden, he gets up. He gets the ball. Listen. Y'all already know Blake is my guy, bro. I love Blake Martinez. Got the Blake Martinez jersey back there, courtesy of Lucas. Shout out to Lucas. You already know I love Blake, man. Been love that man since he joined us. And he's also super easy to interact with on Twitter. He's one of the only Giants it's really easy to interact with on Twitter. That being said, Noah Fant is a good tight end. Obviously, Blake isn't going to be the only person that's going to be on him. We're going to put some safeties on him at some point. We're going to be putting a lot of people on him, but I don't think he's going to have like a game breaker against us or anything.
By the way, who's your pick for breakout player of the year on offense and defense?
So offense, I guess I'll have to say Daniel Jones because he technically hasn't had a breakout year. And defense,
I'm gonna go with FNA.
Lorenzo Carter. Because I picked him last year and it looks like it was going to happen. And, we all know what happened. But let me get your last thoughts to Logan before I pop you out for Miz, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on, bro. I appreciate it. It's always fun talking to you, and pray that my season cancellation doesn't continue.
Right? I mean, is there any, type of outside the school league you could join or anything or no?
Nah, there's not. You're muted.
I didn't realize. Have a good one, Logan. Thank you for calling in. Pretty cool Joker poster in the back, man. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we got a very energetic person, man. Miz, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Week 1 is here.
What?
I said week 1 is here.
Week 1 is here, man. Can't wait. Looking forward to this. Got my jersey hanging, waiting for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's all ready.
Miz, help me decide, bro. Which jersey should I wear on Sunday? I got a Barkley one just like yours. I got the Blake one and I got the Kenny Galladay one. Which one, man?
You go with the Blake Martinez because you've been very excited about it. I think you should rock it week 1.
I bet I'll go with the Martinez one then.
Very important player on the defense, man. Very important quarterback of the defense. So, no, listen, man. There's people in the chat, man. They're getting me going here. Let's relax about Perk, man. He ain't no Jumbo Elliott, okay? Everybody's going nuts about this guy Perk. He hasn't even played any football. Listen, you can't. I understand you want to develop the young kid. Everybody's excited about him. You can't risk the season and the first 4 games and Daniel Jones and Barkley because you want to raise a kid who's not ready. Okay?
I think what people fail to realize as well is that he could develop while sitting too. You know what I'm saying? Quarterbacks develop while sitting. It's not like he's gonna be sitting there doing nothing.
Come on, man. You think Judge doesn't know Garrett? Judge don't know? They've been around football forever. The guy is not ready, man. It's not just the one game that he didn't look good. He probably hasn't looked good all August. So they gave him the chance. You sit down a few weeks, you learn. He's not ready, man. We all knew when we drafted him it was going to be like 2 years before he's ready. So you can't just... Look, man. We've gone over this before. I'm not telling you something you ever heard me say. People don't like to hear it because everybody wants to be rah-rah and the Giants are going to win 13 games. Listen, this O-line is a concern, man. It's been a concern. You can't go into this game and say, we're going to have close eyes on this O-line. Like, you're not going to just ignore it. The game is going to come down. This game coming down to the trenches, man. If the O-line does enough for the Giants to sustain a couple of drives, the defense will win us the game. And if the O-line gets Jones killed and he's running around like a chicken, we're not winning the game. End of story.
That's all it comes down to, yeah.
I do think I have confidence that this O-line is going to play well Sunday.
What do you think about the guard position specifically? You think Shane Lemieux is going to play? He has that torn, like Logan was saying, that's the injury that knocked Cruz out for his career. You think he's going to play or is he going to sit?
Yeah, I trust Judge, man. We're not over there and we don't see what's going on. I like Lemieux. If he's injured and he can't go, he's not going to go. And you're not going to know about it till the day before. Simple as that. Maybe even the day of. Because Judge, like someone said, Judge is of that mold from Belichick where he's not going to give up anything. And that I don't agree with many things Joel says. I could come at him with a couple of things. I'm happy that he's a positive guy and he sees the Giants as amazing. You know, I love the Giants also. But he was saying, what was he saying? He was talking about something that I didn't agree with. You know,
he said 30-10 in terms of score.
Yeah. Listen, man.
He wasn't the only one. There was a good amount of callers that came on saying similar scores with 30-10.
Come on, man. Hey, this is not Madden football on Xbox. This is real deal football, and the Broncos have one of the top defenses in the league. I see the game starting out slow, where both teams feel each other out the first quarter. There might not be more than a field goal. I think the Giants will come out with maybe a different hurry-up pace in the second half. So if the Giants are scoring points in this game, I think a lot of it's coming in the second half. You You know, but he also said, I wish I remember what he said. I wanted to pick a little bone with him. I love Joe. Listen, I love Joe. He's old school and I respect him.
What was it? Was it something regarding the score? Was it a player? Can you recall anything about what he said?
Nah, it's not hitting me right now. But I'm psyched up. You were asking what you were asking. What we look forward to. I love defense, and I'm looking forward to the Giants D line going up against the Denver O line. I'm looking forward to that. If we shut down their run, they're gonna have a rough day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're gonna shut down their run because our defensive tackles are studs. And I'll tell you what, man. I told someone yesterday. I give you my big performing player of the year for the Giants. Lorenzo Carter is gonna have a Pro Bowl season.
He was supposed to have it last year, man. Listen, Miz, you were here last year when I said he was supposed to have that Pro Bowl season. Man, went down. I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
He's poised.
Shout out to Eli Rax in the chat, by the way.
He's poised for a big season. I see the way he's had a camp. I see his preseason, and I see the way he talks to the players, man. He's like, we haven't had a player with that type of authority and voice since Antonio Pierce, I would say.
Okay.
He's a
I will say,
leader, man. He's a verbal leader.
I will say something that gave me even more confidence in Lorenzo was just last night, once again off the Paul Dottino interview, where he said Lorenzo looks completely different from what he was his first year in the NFL to now. He just looks way more poised. He looks a lot stronger. He looks a lot more solid. He's going through, his practices and everything they did in training camp, just a lot more effectively. And that's great to hear because I thought he hit his ceiling last year, but it's like, nah, he improved even more. You know what I'm saying? And this is a guy that's obviously seeing way more than we are as fans.
You could see if you watched August, you could see he's a different man. He's confident and he's healthy. And that's big, man. You could sense the feeling that he's gonna have a big time year, man. You got that feeling. I just see it,
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I noticed, which is gonna sound stupid to people, I like that he's the only one wearing that red undersleeve the entire month of August. Like he wants to stand out and he wants you to see him. He's not shying away from the lights.
I think ever since his second year, he's been wearing that undersleeve.
I'm psyched about him because we haven't had a good edge guy. I believe he could be the guy we've been waiting for years. And if he is the guy, Aziz will come on slowly as the season goes.
Mm-hmm.
And it could look really good come December time for us. We just got to get there. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's going to hold this team back is the offensive line. I'm not telling you it's going to. It could be the type of thing that grows as the season goes on. But listen, Soldiers is a veteran, man. Soldiers is a good offensive lineman. He went through a lot of stuff. People forget his son had cancer. He wasn't able to concentrate on football. The man comes back. He gives back money. He restructured big time. He helped the organization. He stood around all August as a teacher, teaching all the young linemen. This is the guy to start, man. Because listen, you got to protect Jones if you want to win these games, man. And we can't Tub. We can't go 0-2, man. We cannot go 0-2.
I think if we start off slow, like every other season, we start off slow, like it's gonna be bad for the season. I think if we start off slow, like it's just a bad omen, man. I can't do it.
No, because it snowballs quick and your confidence goes down. And then you live in a city where the media is going to eat you alive and treat you like dirt. So they're going to they're going to pile on. You got to go win this first game because I believe the second game is going to be a very difficult game for us. So you got to get this first game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you win the first game and you go to Washington, hey, you have some confidence, and now you're playing with a little house money. If you win that game, you're 2-0. If you lose that game, it's not the worst thing in the world. So the Giants got to come. The Giants should win this home game this week. There's no doubt about it. The Giants are the better team. And you're at home, and you're going to have your 90,000 psyched up fans back in your building.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I'm a believer that we have one of the best defenses in football. And maybe the country don't know about us, but they're going to find out. And we can send a message early. And
So,
I
so
don't
what,
see
what kind of
nerves.
score do you see? What kind of score do you see? You see it as a grind out, gritty
Yeah.
game? What do you see?
19-16 Giants.
Mm-hmm.
19-16. There's going to be a lot of field goals in this game, Hub.
Graham Gano gonna earn his money.
Yeah, Graham Gano's going to have, you got 7 to 4 field goals.
Mm-hmm.
I think the game is tied. I think the game will be tied in the fourth quarter. Giants go down and get the game-winning field goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's very tight. We're going to be nervous. But what else do you expect? That's the Giants football type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the first half is going to be conservative on both sides. They're going to feel each other out. But that's what I remembered. I do agree with Joel with one thing. I believe that a lot of this, we're going to start off slow, is a fake. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
That's gamesmanship, man. The coaches are playing with them. The Giants, you don't go out there and say we're going to start off slow. Nobody cares about fantasy and none of this.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Oh, no, I thought you meant during the
They're
actual
playing a
game.
game
Okay,
with
then.
them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I believe Barkley's been healthier a lot longer than we all think. I believe that
Bro,
was
he's been healthy since July, man. I've been telling you, he's been healthy since July, man.
Yeah, it was all a cover up, and also to protect him. And I said the same thing. I said the same thing about the Cowboys. I believe Dak has been fine the whole month, but it was a nice excuse to keep him off the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe that. It's become the type of league now. It's not like it was 20 years ago. It's like I don't want to play my star now because we could lose him. You know? It is what it is. I'm looking forward. And that was a great interview you had. I was really shocked you got the guy on. That's amazing, man. Yeah, you're doing good things, and maybe you have a chance to go somewhere with this hub.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Like I say all the time, it's all you guys. You know what I mean? If you guys aren't here, you guys aren't tuning in, Paul ED doesn't come on. You know what I'm saying? And you guys, the chat was amazing last night. I want to thank you all for that too. You guys kept the conversation flowing. You know, whether it was me or Kid Blue asking questions, you guys had your questions of your own. It was a really good experience all around, man.
Yeah, I got in there late, but I went back and watched the beginning. 2 more things for me. My stepson's out there back in New York, Billy. I know he's watching. He's a big Patriots fan, and he's hoping for things.
Shout out to Billy.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention, because I know they're watching, his uncle, my brother-in-law, Paul, passed away 2 nights ago. The family's up there mourning, and I wanted to put him out there. This guy was a very good, humble man of God. I mean, you talk about one of the sweetest, closest things to an angel, Paul. And wasn't a big football guy, but was a big Mets fan. Unfortunately, he got cancer 3 weeks ago, and it went fast. So,
I'm sorry for your loss, man.
I put it out there not to bring down the mood.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I know everybody's butterflies are going as we get closer to Sunday. Are you gonna have something else this week, huh?
Well, Young Guns tomorrow. We're going back to regular schedule tomorrow night over on Kid Blue's channel, Young Guns. I don't think I have anything Thursday, and as far as I know, there's nothing Friday right now. If you're talking about streams, that's about it.
All right, I'm just gonna throw it out quick. I'm gonna do a little something this year that I love doing. I'm gonna handicap 4 games a week with the spreads and give you my 1 lock out of the 4 also every week. Probably on. I haven't figured out if I'm gonna do Thursday or Friday because I know there's a games Thursday. I usually don't look at the games Thursday like that, so most likely Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna throw it out there. Call it the Mrs. Lock.
The Mrs. Lock.
Fun with it while I talk about the Giants also, and that's it. I'm mostly like watching you guys more than doing my own thing. So
I appreciate it, man. No
This
problem,
is
man.
a great hub. Support this man. He's going big places. What he did yesterday was for us. I hope everyone out there knows that.
I appreciate that. I will say we're trying to get more people on, man. If we get them on, obviously it's all for you guys. But thank you for calling in, Miz.
All right.
Always great speaking to you, bro. Talk to you later, man. Next up, we got Authentic, then we got Anthony, and then Adam. Authentic, what's up, man? How you doing? What's up? Yo, I'm not sure how many streams you got tuned in over the off season, but I got my own virtual soundboard now as well, man. You and Pest inspired me to get my own. Oh, it's when I'm using Streamlabs. I can't use it with StreamYard yet. I didn't figure that out yet.
I'm gonna make the move to Streamlabs. I like that platform a little bit better, man.
It's so easy to customize. Is really the thing. And then with StreamYard, the easy thing is obviously pulling up the comments.
Exactly. Yeah, man. But how's everything been so far tonight for you, man? How you liking the calling show so far?
Calling show going smooth as usual. We're getting back a lot more people that took time off in the off season, understandably so, and it's great to see everybody back in the chat and in the calling show.
It is, man. We just got back, and like as far as this matchup coming up this week against the Broncos, I think Miz hit on pretty much every point right on the nail. The Broncos should not be slept on. They had a couple games last year where they went over 30 themselves, and we know that offense was struggling. I mean, they had a game where they had a wide receiver at quarterback. They still managed to put up over 30, I want to say like 4 times in the season. The Giants only did it 1 time. So I'm not afraid of that offense, but I'm definitely concerned. It's going to be a good test for this defense, I think, for this first game. But everybody knows, the glaring thing here is the offense. We want to see this offense get off to a good start, but I think Miz hit it right on the nail. It's like you lose this first game, you got to go into Washington and win that second game. If I had to put my betting money on it right now, I don't think that the Giants are going to be completely ready. What Miz was saying too, also about a little bit of smoke and mirrors from the coaches. Like saying Saquon's not ready. Galladay going out there saying we're going to get off to a slow start.
Even Garrett said, like, I'm not sure how we're going to start.
Yeah, and I do think that's a little bit of smoke and mirrors to kind of keep teams, that Patriot way, coming from Joe Judge, kind of trick you and kind of make you think a little bit more than you have to. But a slow start for us doesn't mean that we can't have a good start. The offense should continue to improve throughout the year. I know everybody thinking about the offensive line for this game. I'm hyped to see it, man. I just want to get a good gauge for what this team is like. I don't got super high expectations. I've been saying this thing on my channel now for the first 2 streams. I'm not going to be pessimistic. I'm not going to be optimistic. I'm going to just keep it realistic. That's what it's going to be until I get a better gauge of this team. And we got players that are just getting signed in the past couple of days and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's no telling who's really going to be on the field. I'm not expecting Evan Ingram to be out there. I was hyping myself up last night. I don't know if people saw the tweets, man, but I was looking at Galladay highlights from the 2020 season, just the 5 games that he played in. And, man, he was just making some incredible catches, even while he was banged up and the injuries were looming.
I got to ask you sort of a related but unrelated question, Galladay. Kind of crazy, all right? Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Do you think he sat out the rest of the season because he wanted to get off the Lions, or do you think that injury legitimately knocked him out for the entire season?
I'm going to have to say the injury knocked him out because, there's money involved. This isn't like a high school team where it's like, hey, the guy don't want to play. There's money involved, and there's a product that's got to be put on the field that's going to draw fans in. So I think the injury was there, or, at least enough for him to not play. Not saying that he couldn't have toughed it out and went through it, but maybe that would have been worse for his future. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from Galladay, man. Looking at the highlights from 2020, it was only about 20-something catches, man. But, like, all of these are contested catches he's making. In big traffic or coverage right on him, which is what Daniel Jones needs.
And he always puts, one thing I love about him, he puts his body on the line if he needs to make the catch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I love that about him, but at the same time, we got to be concerned about that too. It's the same thing with Daniel Jones when he takes off running. We got to make sure they're being safe so that they're able to play the next game. The best ability is availability. We know that.
What are you seeing for Kadarius? We're talking Galladay right now. What about Kadarius? We're not even sure what's happening with him.
It's been so quiet, in the offseason. It's really no telling. I hope these guys can get some snaps and get out there and, just get their feet wet, especially for a rookie like Kadarius Toney. That's very important. I'm looking at him to be, one of the major weapons this year, for us. I think him and John Ross kind of fill the same void, if I don't know if John Ross is even going to be out there healthy. He's been practicing this past week, which is a good thing. But they kind of remind me of the situation of when we signed Golden Tate. It was like Golden Tate and Sterling Shepard was the same guy, which is kind of why I think it didn't work out. But, with somebody a little bit further down the depth chart, like a John Ross and maybe a Kadarius Toney, we don't know where Slayton's going to fit into this. We know Slayton can ball. He can run that 9 route like nobody else. It's just the other intermediate thing. So it's really no telling where those two really are. The Giants might be able to get it done without them even, having a large impact, to be honest.
I said that. I can't remember. It was the video before the last where I was talking about the comments, the slow start. I'm like, all right, they could say we have a slow start, but let's say even if the guys we have out there would be Just Shepard, so Just Shepard, Toney, Slayton, Rudolph, and Saquon is in limited snaps. Even with that, I'm like, I still believe that offense could put up more than 17.5 points a game, which was our average last year. I feel like there's no reason we shouldn't be able to put up 17.5 points if those are guys were rolling out, which the guys we would be missing would be our number 1 receiver. We'd be missing basically half of Saquon because I have him in very limited snaps, and we'd be missing Evan Ingram. So it's like we should still be able to put that up because you know what? Even though I didn't like what Garrett did, which is he called those vertical plays we've been waiting for with the second team, the fact is he still called it. We know that's been in his playbook. We saw with Freddie Kitchens during the Browns game, it was in his playbook.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact he could call some plays, and if he does it, we're going to score some points. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with most of that there. I think that the one problem might be is that can they score over 17 points a game at this point in the season with, you know, not much chemistry going into the first game of the year. Preseason, we saw what that offensive line looked like. Is Daniel Jones going to even have enough time? I think from Daniel Jones, we know what we're going to get. You know, it's just about what else is on the field. I don't want to see that same product of wide receivers out there. You know, when we added Golden Tate to the mix, you know, 2 seasons ago, it just didn't work out. It wasn't enough power. So I think it's very important if we want to come out of Denver or, you know, New York versus Denver with a W, that we got to have Galladay on the field. I think that's very important because if you can have Galladay on the field when Slayton comes in the game, now you got 2 burners on the outside with Saquon. There's so much you can run with that. People haven't even thought about this. Just imagine what the screen play is going to look like when you got 2 burners like that on the outside, and you got to respect it. Saquon Barkley should be able to eat off that. I agree with you that he's probably going to get, you know, definitely limited touches. And, you know, I've been preaching this. I want limited touches for Saquon Barkley throughout the year. I don't want him to breach 15 carries a game. You know, I think he'll be more effective around that 12 to 14 range, you know, and get him involved in the passing game, but also have our other running backs get in the mix, whether it's going to be Booker or I'd like to see some of Brightwell here in the regular season too. Maybe not this early, but just have a powerhouse mix of that.
Killer Bees, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be a formula for success for us to win. But I'm worried about the Broncos game. I think Miz really hit the Broncos game, you know, perfect. Like that's exactly how I expected to be. Low scoring in the first quarter, a lot of field goals. Our defense going to keep us around. It's going to look a lot like last year, you know, like that Seattle game, like the Bengals game, where the offense might need a couple of possessions to really get it clicking. But for me, the number one player has got to be on that field is Kenny Galladay. And that, you know, that kind of leads me to this question I wanted to ask you is, today we kind of focused on the quarterback play within our division on our show. And I just want to know from you, who do you think, and I heard Tainer and Kyle Pizzle actually, I think, talking about this on Twitter, which proposed me to ask this question, which is, who do you think is going to have the most big plays for the Giants throughout the season? You know, not necessarily be the number one target in the passing game, but who do you think will have the most big plays for this?
So this is including Daniel Jones, because you prefaced it with quarterback play.
I think we can include Daniel Jones in it, yeah.
For the Giants offense, who could have the most big plays? I think by default, I'd have to go Daniel Jones because, I mean, Saquon obviously is up there. He's literally the big home run hitting running back. But I think by default, I'm going to go Daniel Jones, especially if I'm a guy that says he should take a step forward this season.
Yeah.
That means that he's going to be getting to his receivers. He's going to be connecting with his receivers well. He's going to be getting downfield. He's going to be getting touchdowns. By default, just because, you know, he's the one literally passing the rock, I'm going to say Daniel Jones. But I also feel like that's a cop-out in a way. So if I wouldn't say Daniel Jones, then I'd go Saquon because I've been really high on Saquon. Like I've been preaching for months. I really do think he's been healthy. And people, okay, this is on me because I say he's gonna have a better comeback than AP or a comparable comeback to AP. So people, if you get on me, I got no problem with that. But what I meant to say is impact-wise, because I don't think he's gonna have 2,000 yards rushing. He's not that back. He's not that type of back. But what I mean is impact. The impact AP had on his team is he literally ran them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think the impact of Saquon, if he returns to what he is 2018 with a line that should he have, you know, that comeback here, the line should be better than what it was in 2018, then he could be a reason we make it into the playoffs, in my opinion. That's what I meant by he could have a comparable comeback here to AP. And I really do believe in that because I don't need to go back to AP. I just need to go back to Dalvin Cook, man. The last dude that had an ACL tear, and Dalvin Cook's one of the best running backs in the league right now. You know what I'm saying?
Still a little bit underrated, I feel like.
Exactly. Dalvin Cook is a top 5 back in the league.
Yeah.
He was it his rookie or something? He was going with the ACL tear, came back completely fine.
Second. Yeah.
Yeah, he came, and I think
doesn't get talked about when they talk about the injuries to the running back, because I be trying to think of who came back from these big injuries,
yeah,
especially knee injuries, and everybody always defaults to Adrian Peterson. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that The main person who's going to be making the big plays is Saquon Barkley. He is a walking playmaker. That is what he does. Now, we only got to see him really flourish in his rookie season. We're looking at 2 seasons where he got banged up. From what I saw from just a little bit of running, that we're seeing in practice and things like that, it doesn't look like this is a guy who's running on a weak knee. He's planting and cutting on these out routes. I'm right there with you on that. I'm expecting a big season from Saquon Barkley, and I think it's all going to drive through Saquon Barkley. I think he's going to be the core and the identity of this offense eventually, especially like game 3, game 4.
In addition to the Saquon argument, or I guess the evidence for it, whether you want to call it evidence or not, with the Dalvin Cook example that I'm using, Dalvin Cook and Saquon Barkley are different. Saquon is literally built different from like 99% in the NFL. Yep. There's a reason he wasn't compared to AP in play style. People compare him to Barry Sanders in play style. He was compared to AP because he was the freak athlete that AP was. He's not normal. When I say he's built different, I mean for a fact this man is biologically a different blueprint than most other NFL players, which was another reason I'm like, he's gonna recover just fine, especially looking at Dalvin Cook. No disrespect to Dalvin Cook. He's not the athlete. He's not the specimen, so to say, that Saquon is, and he recovered fine.
Yeah,
I think he should be fine. You know what I'm saying? It comes back down to the line, like Miz was saying, like a lot of Giants fans are saying, it really does come back down to that. But we've seen one healthy what he could do with a bad line as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the line because, that could be an issue, man. And I've been doing my best to try to look at more tape this year from the preseason. I know a lot of people got worried about Andrew Thomas from the preseason game against the Patriots.
I got to ask you, are you worried? I'm not.
No, I'm not worried.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm not worried about Andrew Thomas. That's the thing. I think that the left guard position is going to be very important because here's the thing. Daniel Jones, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when Daniel Jones took over for Eli Manning, that really set Nate Solder back because Nate Solder was used to doing blocking and pushing people out to the edges for a guy who has a short drop back in Eli Manning. Eli Manning's drop back is tight. Daniel Jones is more that lanky style. Everything about him is a little bit more open when he's dropping back. I looked at some of these drop backs from the preseason game where Andrew Thomas allows the sack. Daniel Jones is 7 to 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So you got to think about how much ground you got to cover as a left tackle. That's very difficult because you're not trying to let somebody bull rush you on the inside. So you want to push him to the outside. But when the quarterback don't got that left guard doing his job as well so that he can step up and make those throws, that's going to kill us. I'm telling you. So that left guard position is going to – people are going to be blaming Andrew Thomas if stuff goes wrong. But I think that left guard position is just as important. When I was looking at Kenny Galladay's tape last night, all you see from Matthew Stafford is step up in the pocket, a couple little Kenny Galladay, a little bit of time to just get out of the break, and then bam, the ball's right there. That's what we're going to need going into this season and to finish throughout this season. That left guard position to me is probably the most important position on the line. I'm with Miz. 3 out of 5 of them are pretty good, and I'm with you. I heard you say that too. 3 out of 5 on the line is pretty straight. And people who are knocking on Nate Solder, I'm telling you, Nate Solder can ball. That just having a mobile quarterback in Daniel Jones who kind of was like not as efficient and precise in the pocket as Eli Manning, that really made Nate Solder regress. I still think he wasn't worth the contract, so that's amazing that he restructured the contract. And, being able to come back now and be named the starter for now, I'm totally
and at the right
cool
side too.
I'm totally cool with that. I think we're not going to have many problems on the right side with Nate Solder over there. That should be, just a piece of cake for him. It's just really that left guard position for me that'll exploit our left tackle.
I'm really glad you bring up the left guard position because, and I said the same thing for Daniel, I don't want to necessarily give an excuse, but I don't think it's an excuse. Thomas gave up sacks. He had a terrible game. I'm going to call it that. But I said earlier in the stream as well, he was playing next to Ted Larson, my guy.
Yeah.
He was not playing next to a starting caliber left guard. And to be honest, we're still not sure if Shane Lemieux is that starting caliber left guard. We have yet to find that out.
Injury.
I'm so weird with that injury, and I've been telling people on streams for a minute now. Everybody's worried about Galladay. Everybody's worried about Saquon. Before it was revealed, he tore the knee muscle. I keep forgetting the name. Before it was revealed, I'm like, we have no word on Shane Lemieux. He's been out for like a month and a half. That's the guy we should be looking at, and we saw the effects of that in that Patriots game. Once again, Thomas gets his own blame. I really do think he was overcompensating because his rookie year, he got beat on the inside, and it looks like he was trying his best not to get beat on the inside this game.
From the Patriots, who was like really giving him pressure out there.
Uche, I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. He, you could see all he had to do was give him a jab step to the inside, and Andrew Thomas panicked, step inside, and he loses all his leverage. His right hand is getting not even getting his right hand on the person rushing, which you can't have that happen. But yeah, like you said, I think that he was a little bit worried about the inside, probably because he was getting beat a little bit that way.
That was his problem his rookie year. And
Yeah,
he,
and then
let's
also
be
playing
honest,
next to a guy who's not a starter, you probably double
exactly,
thinking about that, you know?
exactly. He's compensating for himself and for Ted Larson, and because let's be honest, last year Thomas didn't really get beat on the outside that much. Yeah, when he went up against the elite guys and we played some elite edge rushers, it
Yeah,
happened.
we
You know what I'm
did.
saying? Khalil Mack, T.J. Watt, you
Yep.
know, Miles Garrett, you name it. It
Yeah,
happened a
Chase
couple
Young.
of times.
Hmm.
Chase Young as well. Well, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's kind of his father, but that's not the point right now.
He's kind of
Um,
his father right now. I
he's
call him
kind of
his
his
uncle.
father
He's
right
his
now.
uncle.
His uncle? Who's the
Yeah.
dad then?
He's
Who's
maybe he's his stepdad, you know,
his
something like
stepdad? You know,
that.
that's besides the point. He's a father figure in his life right now. Chase Young has multiple father figures,
I
but
like
but
that.
that's not the point. The Thomas never got beat on the outside, which is why even before I went back and I had to think about it, analyze a little bit more, I was like, I'm not too worried. That's not something we saw from him before. I think he's gonna get that fixed.
Yeah.
But I am,
I'm
but
not
I'm
too
now
worried
I'm
about
worried
that either.
again because of what you're saying. Everybody's gonna be blaming Thomas because not everybody's gonna be analyzing. Let's call a spade a spade. All right, we're a minority.
Yeah.
Fans watch football to watch football. You know what I'm saying? To watch it because it's great to watch, to have fun, all that. If they see somebody coming off the left side, it's going to be on Andrew Thomas, even though it probably shouldn't be. That's what I'm going to ask you. Is Shane Lemieux starting week 1? If he's not, what kind of fit you got in Ben? Because even though I like the talent he has, he's only been here for a week
I
and a
know.
half at most.
That's the tough thing, but I know Joe Judge. I trust Joe Judge more than anything, and I think he's bringing in players that are going to be ready to be plug and play players. I don't know a lot about Ben Bredeson that much, you know. I got to see him play. You know, that's why I'm waiting on this first game myself. I'm not trying to make no like crazy, you know, takes, nothing like that. I really just want to see this offense improve. I think that'll help us out, man. And I actually still got a couple of notes here from my first show that I just wanted to break down here.
Go ahead.
So, Daniel Jones' average time per throw was 2.7. A lot of people look at that like it was short, and I broke this down on the show earlier today. Aaron Rodgers had exactly the same amount of time to throw per attempt. I think the main thing that Daniel Jones needs to clean up this year that's a big problem that, from 2020 was the red zone attempts. So he threw more red zone interceptions in 2020 than he did in 2019. He had 12 interceptions in 2019. He cut it back to 10. So when we get down there in that red zone, Daniel Jones cannot mess it up. He went from a passer rating of 99.7 in 2019 to 75.8 in 2020. So for me, it's all about when we get down in the red zone, Daniel Jones got to find a way to plug it and get the ball into somebody's hands to score a touchdown. The one play in the preseason with Evan Ingram is a good example of Daniel Jones trying to make the play kind of extend. Evan Ingram, I went back, and I got to give Ash Money some more props on this because me and him were talking about it on Twitter. And I was like, you know, Daniel can't make that throw because he knows it's Evan Ingram. I saw the 22-man cam on one of these shows, Phil Simms' show. And, man, it was wide open. The guy behind Evan Ingram gets the interception because Evan Ingram doesn't leak and just sit in that zone.
That's what I was saying. Evan Ingram is supposed to stop and turn on that route.
He
Obviously,
really
we
is,
don't know,
man.
but yeah.
And outside of that, outside of the red zone play from Daniel Jones, everything else, we know what we're getting out of this quarterback. He got more wins last year. He went from 3 wins in 2019 to 5 wins in 2020. So to me, that's an upgrade. People think Daniel Jones took this massive step back, and I don't think so. He just had less touchdowns. If you look at the attempts and the completions, it was 284 completions on 459 attempts. In 2020, it was 280 on 448. It's damn near identical. He was 61.9%, 62.5%. Right around the 3,000-yard mark. I think we know what we have at quarterback. And, you know, to throw a little nod to Chris Simms came in the league kind of like this, I feel like. He was a quarterback that people were kind of like, he can do some things. But then it kind of fell off, and I don't want to see that happen with Daniel Jones. I think he could be a franchise quarterback. This year is important. I don't think it's like a make or break season, but it is important. I think the Giants know what they have at quarterback. That's why they're well invested in Daniel Jones. He's got at least 2 more seasons to prove that he could be the guy to get the money and get the contract. It's going to start on Sunday, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that game, man. I think that's going to be I got to put on my coach's shirt, man, and really just scout and just look at what these players look like. Hopefully that defense is right where they were at last year and they pick it up and even get even better because we've brought in some talent. Adoree Jackson, this safety situation that we got in New York is amazing. I love what we're doing with the secondary. The front four is amazing. We know the middle linebacker's the guy. Lorenzo Carter's got to get out here and do some things. Zimenez got to get out here and do some things. Aziz got to get out here and do some things. That defense could be top 3 straight up. So offense, we got a lot of pressure. I think there's a bit of pressure on Daniel Jones, obviously as the quarterback, Andrew Thomas as the left tackle, and the rest of this offensive line. But just, you know, if we can get over these injuries, I think the Giants are going to be well off to be the division winner. I picked them to be the division winner this year at 9-8. Cowboys right behind them at 8-9. I think that we're going to go in with this game against Denver, and it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one. I think it could go either way. But Giants got to start out 1-1. I think that's important, just like Miz said. But like 0-2.
Can I be honest with you?
Don't panic.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes, sir.
I really, really think we're losing week 2 to Washington. I've thought that since the schedule was released.
Yeah.
Just something about it. It is why we have to have a Thursday night game so early in the season, man. After a game that I agree with what you were missing, and a good amount of Giants fans are saying. I think it's going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a grinded out type of game. We're not going to have much rest. We're traveling down to Washington. I know it's nearby, but we're still traveling down to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What is it? It's going to be what? 2 days of rest, 1 day practice. Then you got Thursday night at Washington. And even though, listen, I would love to sweep Washington again. I acknowledge them as some legit dudes in the division right now. All right, I do. If they could steal a game, it's going to be week 2, not week 18. I think we got week 18 locked up. It's very strange. For some reason, I feel like we're going to win week 18 no matter what, but we're going to lose week 2. Really, I just got a bad feeling about it. Nothing good. And it has a lot to do with timing, man. That's why I'm like, we got to win Denver. I think if we start 0-2, you're saying don't panic. Based off of past years, I don't know if necessarily I'm panicking, but it's just a terrible omen, man. Anytime we start off 0-2,
feels so bad, and
so
it's
bad.
been that way for the last couple seasons. I think the timing thing that you're talking about actually gives us a bit of an advantage week 2 because,
really?
If we can get healthy before they get healthy, we haven't heard anything about Curtis Samuel in Washington. So for me, that wide receiver core and that passing game should be similar to what we saw last season, and the defense should be pretty similar. They got to upgrade at middle linebacker. They got a rookie coming in. They got to upgrade at the weak side corner. But I think that we'll be able to move the ball on them. And I think the timing thing, if the Giants are just a little bit more prepped and we're a little bit more ready and a little bit more healthy, then we could maybe sneak a win out week 2. I picked us to win week 2 against Washington and lose actually the last one in a game that won't matter because I think we'll have the division clinched at that point.
I will say 9-8 as a division winner is lower than I expected, though. I think I have us like just one game above. I think I have us at 10-7.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. We just can't overlook the fact that like every team in this division was right around the same mark, I'd say. And the Cowboys did that with a bunch of, backup quarterbacks and whatnot. Andy Dalton came in there and he did some good things. But, had they beat the Giants that last week of the season, they end the season with 7 wins, just like Washington did to get into the playoffs. And we know what happened with the Giants. We won our last game, but at the end of the day, we only won 6 games on the whole season. That's not that good, So I don't want to make it seem like we should go from a 6-win team to an 11-win team, and I, like I said, man, I'm not trying to be too optimistic or pessimistic. I just want to be really realistic about it. And once I see maybe 4 or 5 more games, then I can start to be like, okay, hey, if Galladay's out there making plays and Kadarius Toney's out here looking like a first-round wide receiver and Sterling Shepard's doing what he does and Barkley looks healthy, then I might raise the bar a little bit. We got a tough stretch of games there in the middle that's really going to be a prove-it portion of our schedule right before we get to the bye, and then you come out of the bye and you got to play against the Bucs. So there's a stretch there of like Kansas City, Las Vegas, I think, and then a bye, and then the Bucs. By that point, I'm gonna know exactly.
Yeah, we got KC, Raiders, bye, Bucs. Another stretch that I think is kind of like an underrated stretch is I think the Dolphins,
Chargers stretch.
Dolphins, Chargers, and then Cowboys stretch is another one that I'm looking at as well. Because in my original schedule prediction video, it's funny. I don't think I'm going to do another one because I really like what I said there. I said we were going to drop 2 straight to the Dolphins and Chargers. I kind of flip-flop with that, but those are 2 teams I think we really shouldn't underestimate, especially if Tua comes out and, he actually lives up to the pre-draft hype and, he fixes some things with his game. Let's not forget the Dolphins are the team we say that's a year ahead of us for a reason in terms of their rebuild. And the Chargers, listen, man, Justin Herbert is that dude. They could beat us. I'm not saying they're going to, but I kind of like what I said originally back when the schedule came out. Those are going to be the 2 difficult stretches: KC to Bucs, and then Dolphins to Dallas. Both of them kind of in the second half of the season.
Yeah, those are definitely tough stretches. Chargers should be a much improved team this year, man. Lost a lot of close games last year. Some of them on Anthony Lynn time management at the end of games too. They were in a lot of games. I think they only ended up with like 5 or 6 wins. But I don't think Herbert will take that like sophomore step back. I think he's just going to just pat Mahomes this and just keep stacking up wins and stacking up stats. And I'm with you. I think that's going to be probably a proving stretch right there because I want us to win one of those games. We got to beat Miami or beat the Chargers, to be at least at the top, tier of the division. Otherwise, it's very easy for the Giants to just completely fall into that 6-win category and be a team down at the bottom of the division.
Exactly. I like a lot of what you're saying here. Is there not a game? No, there's not really not a game. It's like the first 4 weeks is what I've been saying is going to be so important. because the first 2 games I think are harder than the last two. With each week that passes, week 4 against the Saints looks easier and easier. I'm very surprised to be saying that.
Yeah.
Obviously as the season goes, as the season goes, we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, the Saints look way easier than they did say like a month or two ago. Obviously before the hurricane and stuff like that. That is to our advantage. The Falcons is one of the only teams on this schedule where I'm like, I'm not really worried about the Falcons, bro.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more hype on us beating the Falcons and the Panthers on there. I think those are 2 teams that you could be like, man, Giants should have 2 wins right there.
Exactly.
With the Saints, it's really all about what Jameis Winston can do because they're tricky. You can't forget that the Philadelphia actually went in and beat the Saints last year when Jalen Hurts got the start. They had lost 4 straight right before that too, the Eagles, and the Eagles rallied around Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts might surprise some people this year. I'm gonna keep it 100. I know a lot of people think Jalen Hurts is garbage. He might surprise some people this year, man. But the quarterback whole competition here in the NFC East, I
was about to say Gardner Minshew versus Jalen Hurts, bro.
Gardner Minshew is solid. You know he could come. He's gonna come in and take care of the ball, game management style. Hurts is gonna run the ball, and maybe give you some more big plays. But completion percentage is a problem with Hurts. But you never know year 2, man. Josh Allen made the step up. He went from 52% to 59% from his year 1 to year 2. Hurts was 52 in 4 games only. Let's pump the brakes on that too. It was only 4 games, and he ran for 100 yards in one of those games. That was the Saints game. So we know he can make plays with his legs. I said it a little earlier today that I think that he's kind of getting pigeonholed in that running quarterback thing that a lot of them get in, where it's like no one really has faith in them until they start to make plays. I feel like Lamar Jackson was kind of like that too. So I don't think that Philly's going to be some walkover team, and it's divisional. You always know those games are tight. So,
and it's always with injuries as well with every single NFC team. The Cowboys had a lot of injuries last year. Philly was probably the most injured team in the NFC East last year. Yeah. Washington had not as much as those two, I think, but they had a couple as well. And obviously, we had a couple. We were down to our 7th-round picks starting for us and stuff like that. So as usual, it's going to be a competitive division, man. I could definitely see that. If you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, I have the poster of the schedule right here above my second monitor. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. But hey, man, Authentic Dave calling in, man. Any last thoughts you want to share with the chat before you pop out?
Nah, man. Just support these Giants, man. Let's get these dubs, man. I've been content creating on YouTube now for 3 years. We've been pretty garbage all 3 years. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to really start enjoying some wins, man, and seeing some smiles on game day, man. I'm sick of going into the the Kyle Pizzle post game streams, bro, and like everybody's all sad and down, and it's just everybody.
Bro, I'm sick of calling the game. And then by the 4th quarter, I'm just tired and depressed.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. I think we're gonna make that turn this year, though, man. But if y'all interested in checking out what I do, man, it's just Authentic in the Beard on YouTube, the way I spell it, man. Hub, I appreciate you letting me pull up, man. It was good chopping it up with you. We could chop it up like this all night for real, bro.
Exactly. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays over on Authentic in the Beard's channels. They do the parlay Saturdays as well. So is it 3 days a week then?
Yeah, it's 3 days a week, and I'm about to add another show on Wednesday. So we about to go 4 days a week. I might just start waking up and streaming, man. I'm invested, and don't let us start winning, Hub. I'm gonna be live 24 hours every day. I'm just gonna wake up and turn it on.
If you're gonna be, can you give us a hint what you adding on Wednesdays?
Okay, so on Wednesdays it's gonna be. I'll give you the hint. It's gonna be definitely 100% Giants oriented. I will say that. And for those that don't know, we're NFC East based. I live in Washington D.C. I'm a Giants fan from D.C. So, I've been battling with these Washington fans for a long time, and my co-host is a Washington football team fan. So most of the content is a little bit mixed with Giants and with the Washington football team, mainly driving the seat or mainly in the driver's seat. And then we kind of do some Cowboys and some Eagles stuff as well.
Yeah, I will say, listen, man, first of all, you only check them out. I always check out when I can, but that Giants-oriented thing, man, I'm gonna have to pop in a stream or two now, bro.
For sure. We gonna rap, bro, because it's gonna be a weekly thing, and I definitely want to feature a few content creators for sure, the homies for sure, and you already know you're welcome.
Exactly, and Levan's good point as well. Make sure you guys check out The Color of Us, released earlier this year. Is it over on Bandcamp or is it over on
everywhere? Got it on Bandcamp. If you want to directly support it, because I produce our show. I'm a producer and an artist by nature. They got off into podcasting, and I dropped an album this past May. So if you want to support it, it's on Bandcamp, authentic.bandcamp.com, but it's also on every streaming platform out there. You could just search Authentic that way, and you'll find all my tunes and whatnot.
Yeah, I got them on Spotify as well, guys. Get them those streams up. One of my friends is also not a producer. He's a rapper as well. He tells me the importance of getting those streams on Spotify. You're on Tidal too?
Yeah, I'm on Tidal, Spotify,
Exactly,
iTunes.
bro.
We distributed all that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been having the phone on sometimes, and I just have it playing. And I'll go do something, like just to get the streams in, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the support from everybody in the Giants community, man. We definitely gonna get some dubs this year. It's gonna be a good year, man.
Exactly. Once again, thank you, man. Great T-shirt, by the way. Everybody loves the Munchie shirt.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Giants Nation, we in the building, man. Appreciate you, Hub. I'll holler at you, man.
No problem, man. Have a good one.
All right,
Next up, guys, we're gonna have Anthony Martinez, and then to close out the night, it looks like it's gonna be Adam Costas as the last call. Anthony, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long minute. Football's back Thursday night.
Right?
You still deciding what jersey to wear?
Well, I was probably convinced by Miz. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, he made a good argument for me to wear the Blake Martinez jersey. It's the one I've been rocking like all off season long, man. It's also the home jersey. Of course, I have two classic jerseys I like to call. I got the Eli Manning Reebok, from back when Reebok used to make jerseys, and I got an old Jeremy Shockey red alternate. But this season, I'm gonna wear the current players, and the only home for a current player jersey I got is Blake. So I'm gonna go with Blake for the home opener.
All right, go with Trunks then. Trunks.
You call him Trunks? I bet.
Yeah, I call it because like the way his body is shaped and the way his arms are defined, he's pretty close to Trunks right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what you looking forward to for week 1, man?
Our defense right now. That's my favorite unit. And pretty excited with the new additions we have. What exotic looks that Patrick Graham's going to bring with the new acquirements or the new additions we have on the team.
Mm-hmm.
What he has planned and what he has in his playbook right now. And to me, I feel like week 1 we're going to have backups in the fourth quarter because we're going to be destroying the Broncos.
You think we're going to be blowing them out, huh? Well,
yeah.
Obviously, you're not the first person tonight that's been telling me that. I'm not sure, man, but a lot of people been telling me that, man.
Yeah, so what is your concern so far about this team?
I think it's without a doubt the offensive line. It's been the O-line at the beginning of the offseason. Unfortunately, it's still the O-line at the end of the offseason. Like I was saying earlier, 3 out of those 5 spots I like. But the 2 that I don't like are very important. Right tackle, we'll see how it goes. It's just really left guard. Like me and Anthony, we just talked about it a lot. That left guard spot is going to affect the entire protection on the left side if it can't be, stable, if it can't be any type of good consistency over there.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. We're not even sure what really is going on with Shane Lemieux.
Mm-hmm.
And we know how well the guard we traded for is going to be. I haven't seen any film on him. So.
Ben Bredesen?
Yeah.
Listen, I think Ben Bredesen is a really talented guy. I actually think that he has the potential to be better than Lemieux, to start over Lemieux. I really like what I see from him. The problem isn't that. The problem is how short he's been here, which is a week and a half. What I don't know is how fast of a learner he is, how fast he could pick up on things. I don't know how complicated the protections we're going to be running is. Like, I don't know any of that. So I'm not sure how prepared he's going to be in that short week to week and a half that he's been here if they do need him to start.
Yeah. And how do you feel about Quincy Roche going off this first game? Or you think he's going to be slowly brought into the defense?
I don't think Quincy Roche is going to see any snaps. If I count all right, so Lorenzo, O'Shane, Aziz. Would it be Quincy then as our 4th outside linebacker? Let me quickly pull up our depth chart, actually. Maybe Quincy does see some snaps, but I wouldn't see more than like 4 of our outside linebackers really being involved. Let me just quickly pull that up, actually, before I misspeak and give you guys false information. So on the unofficial depth chart, we got outside linebacker Lorenzo, Quincy, then O'Shane, Aziz. Okay, so maybe Quincy will see some snaps, but because he's buried in the depth chart right now, I don't think he's gonna be like, coming out here having like a sack or anything.
Yeah. That's true. I was actually pretty excited when we first got him and Colin Johnson because I watched Colin Johnson in college, and then I watched some film on Quincy Roche, and I was actually pretty excited for hoping we would draft him in the draft sometime in the 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I want him in the 3rd or 4th as well. Ended up going in the 6th. He somehow ended up here. I'm happy for that.
Yeah, like I think the Steelers made the biggest mistake, and
well, it's not
reason,
like they don't got edge rushers. You know what I mean? I could understand if they let Quincy go.
I heard that they didn't really have that much depth at the pass rusher, the outside linebacker position. I was all like, really confused. Like I thought he really had a shot at making the roster because they got rid of.
Oh yeah, shot at making the roster for sure. I agree with you there, but I mean, they have guys. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, T.J. Watt. I'm pretty sure they were the guys that signed Melvin Ingram. Alex Heisman has been a starter for a while. You know, let's not forget Pittsburgh's defense is one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, they thought they could try to sneak him through waivers, and like Giants jumped right on the correct opportunity and stole him basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin Johnson was a really nice pickup. Nice.
I love Colin, man. That size, 6'6", 225, big dude. I'm honestly surprised the Jags cut him. His 6th-round pick. He had basically 300 yards, 2 touchdowns his rookie year. That's not bad at all for a 6th-round pick. I'm surprised the Jags cut him, to tell you the truth.
I know he would have been a perfect target for Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what Urban Meyer. I believe it's Urban Meyer, right? He's their coach right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually surprised. Like, what's he thinking right now? Getting rid of somebody who's possibly can help Trevor Lawrence develop over the season.
We'll see how that goes. I mean, they still got DJ Chark. I'd have to look into their weapons, but I don't really care about the Jaguars right now. We got Colin Johnson. That's what's up.
Yeah. I think that's it for right now. I'm just excited for the season to start. You gonna be streaming the game?
Yes, sir. Week 1 is actually on my channel, Calling the Game with Kid Blue. As usual, guys, bear with us. There is going to be a delay because I stream the game from Hulu with their live sports server. And anytime you stream the game, there's like a 20, 30-second delay. What I will say is the fact that we're a little bit behind gives you guys time to have your reactions, get your emotions out, and then you don't have to pause to watch me and KB get our reactions and our emotions out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a trade-off.
Yeah, well, I think I'll have to watch the game through y'all stream because I have no way of watching the game unless they stream it on NFL Network.
But I'll do my best to get you some good play calling then, bro.
Y'all guys called the games pretty well to me. It was like anytime I can't watch the game, I'll go to y'all, watch it, and listen in on how the team is doing. That's what I did. The second game we beat the Washington football team.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's all I got for right now. Can't wait to see what the game plan is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, thank you for calling in, Anthony. Have a good one, bro, and let's get this W week 1, man.
Yeah, sub up to the hub.
Thank you, bro. Peace. And last but certainly not least, we got Adam Costas, man. What up, man? How you doing, Adam?
What up, Hub? How you doing, man? It's been a while.
I'm good, bro. It's been maybe 2 or 3 weeks, probably.
Yeah,
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
I try to pop in here and there. You know, I like to be the quiet yet loud Giant fan that comes on, kind of gets everybody's.
You could get your passion in there sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you know, I love the team, and
yeah,
you do when you love the team. See, but that's what I am right now. I'm building up my passion right now. Right now, it's Tuesday, and I'm jacked. You can't wait till Sunday because Sunday come 4:00. I am a madman because I've worked myself into a frenzy, and that's what this game does. That's why I love it. So I'm so excited, and I really can't, follow anything because everybody was good. Authentic killed it. Miz killed it. I mean, I'm coming on here last. Everybody said everything that's really, really out there. I mean, I'm intrigued because it's football, right? The Giants are finally back. We get to cash in on these receipts, right? Because the thing that I'm getting a little annoyed about is they're feeling themselves. We haven't done much. Authentic said it best. We went 6-10 last year. We happen to be fighting for a playoff spot because God forbid everybody was terrible last year, right? And if we had beaten the Eagles with Evan Ingram's drop, let's not revisit painful memories. We're in the playoffs. So my point is now it's time to put up or shut up. All right. I'm tired of talking. I don't want to go 0-2. I don't want this slow start. Last week I went off on a stream because someone's like, well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Let's finish fast. Let's start fast. Let's start fast and finish fast. Who says we have to start slow? Right? I don't care about starting slow. Just win the game. Right? Then we can talk about Washington because you got to build it up like brick by brick, right? And right now the Giants have a solid foundation. But for the last few years, we've been seeing a foundation but no house. Now I want to see a house. Let's start building this house, right? Let's start having guys stay longer than one contract. That's why I like that they signed Leonard Williams. One, he's not a true drafted Giant, right? He came from the Jets. But the fact that they retain somebody is a good sign. It's a good step forward. You know, reworking Logan Ryan's contract for money, giving him the captain's C. He's really changed the attitude of this team because the coach has come in and done that. Last year or 2 years ago with Pat Shermer, it was like Club Med, They didn't do nothing. You know, the thing that threw me off the most was he would let Mike Shula call all the plays during the week, but then come game day, he would call the plays. And to me, it was like you're losing out that coaching ability because you're coaching all week, and then you decide, well, now I'm going to take the play calling out of the guy's hand who I trust, who knows the quarterback every day, right? If you're the head coach, you're not sitting there every day with the quarterback. So I think this year with Daniel Jones and everyone having all these coaches, I love them having 27 coaches. I think it's great. I think it's a unique tactic. There are a lot of good coaches.
I think we have the most coaches in the league or something like that for a team.
Right. I mean, think about it. The offensive line has 3 alone, right?
Yeah.
So how many eyeballs? That's 6 eyeballs looking at guys more than 2 or 4, right? So that means there may be different angles that these guys see. Like I don't trust that patella tendon at all. I would not let a heavy guy playing in the trenches who's going to get chop blocked. What do you think Denver doesn't know?
Who has to bend at the knee?
Right. You don't think Denver knows he's injured? You don't think they're going to go, oh, let's chop block. Let's see how tested. I mean, listen, this is football. You get a little grimy a little bit. Right, you find out somebody has an injured hamstring or foot injury or something like that. What do you think you're going to do? You think you're just going to be like, oh well, we're just going to let them run all over the field? No, that's what I worry about because if the offensive line and someone's authentic said the best, right? I saw the same thing you guys saw when Andrew Thomas was getting beat. It looked like he was worried about the left side because Larson, who has been terrible in the preseason, was giving up plays. Right, so he already knew that his weak side was going to be on the guard, so he had to kind of shade over there, which led to him not opening his hips wide enough to get his rusher. Now, I think when he gets, hopefully, Shane Lemieux back, he'll be a little bit more confident in doing his movements and not giving up and compensating, because I think that's what really happened. He got it in his head, and then, of course, it snowballed. I panicked a little bit, too, but then I realized, it's preseason. Maybe he was trying things out. You never know what the coaches are doing in those situations. They like to do situational football.
I remember when everybody freaked out because he simply took a load management day, and they were like, "Oh no, he's benched."
And the thing is everybody remembers about Eric Flowers and a big tackle that came in that everyone was raving about.
We can't compare. Just all out the box, Andrew was better than Eric.
And you said it with P-Dot last night. You can't do it, and I don't want to do that. Because Andrew Thomas, A, was drafted higher. B, we have more of a ceiling for. Right? Eric Flowers was a raw piece of clay, right? That you hoped you could have molded into a tackle. He did. Yeah. He overpowered guys in the ACC conference where you can do that, right? He wasn't playing all the big time schools, so yeah, he's gonna look good. Andrew Thomas, on the other hand, played in, basically the minor leagues of college football in the SEC.
Exactly.
Right. So, I mean, look at that Georgia defense right now. Last week, they went off. Right. So those were guys he played. My thing is that I'm more concerned about Pert, not really the way everybody else is. I'm just concerned because of his development from UConn. Right. He came from UConn, not a big program. He lost a lot of time last year due to COVID. Right. And being a rookie. And then this year is basically the year that you want Nate Solder to start so you can kind of get him acclimated as that swing tackle. And I don't know why they don't do this more, and I hope Garrett does, is put him in the game more. Run that big tackle, 6 tackle set that they used to run with Tom Coughlin was around. Remember Sean Locklear and those other guys that came in? The line just wasn't a guard. You were, okay, on this play, you were heavy set, right? They put in Rich Soybert at fullback sometimes. Those are the things I want to see because that's what's going to help Daniel Jones. Right?
Wasn't Matt Pert a jumbo tight end last year or something too?
He occasionally was. Andrew Thomas caught a touchdown last year. Let's not forget that. That's pretty funny. He caught a touchdown. One of Daniel Jones's touchdowns, one of his old linemen of all people, right? So this is the thing that scares me about Jones. And here's my one issue is he seems to be a statue in the pocket sometimes. When he's sitting there reading the field, sometimes if you watch Mac Jones in that playoff game, and I'm not comparing, that preseason game, he stepped up when he had a chance. Just, he saw the blocker kind of close, and he just kind of stepped up forward and threw it. Now, Daniel Jones, I'm watching film of him from last year, and the guy is like Lemieux is getting blocked into his lap, and he doesn't move from his spot. He just tries to throw it over the defender, which then, he's getting hit and the ball gets tipped or goes down. So if he could just do it, the Eli shuffle, I call it, where he kind of just moves left, moves right, he'll have a better chance of helping out his offensive line. Because remember, he has to help his line just as much as they have to help him. If he's not making the right calls, not moving around the pocket, I hate to say this, Ben McAdoo said it best, you're going to have a muddy pocket. It's how you deal with that pocket when you move around to make those plays. And also on the coaches, right? Garrett's got to figure it out. Last year, Authentic was talking about how the offense was built, and they had Golden Tate. Last year, the offense was built strictly for Barkley. And their number one man went down. They had nobody. Right. And then, of course, Golden Tate was washed up. Sterling Shepard was injured. And Evan Ingram, had his down. Yeah, Evan Ingram was having his Evan Ingram type of year. So it was kind of hard. This year, I don't want them to rely on Barkley the same way. That's why I like the additions of Tony, Rudolph, and Galladay. And even John Ross. That guy's got amazing quickness. I hope he can get out there and play. But for me, that's how I look at it. The offense has got to be built. Jason Garrett's got to be smart. He's got to make Daniel Jones realize, like, you can't hang in there. If the play is there, just dump it off, right? And maybe Barkley, directing some of those plays to Barkley will kind of speed that up. Last year, he didn't have him, right? So they couldn't really open the playbook with Barkley. This year, I don't agree with Authentic on this. I think he needs 20 touches. That includes 5 catches a game. I think 15 rushes, fine. But if you're going to play that pitch count game, I need at least five targets, right? Because that guy on a linebacker, there's only maybe 2 linebackers that can cover him in the league. Devin White is one, right? That comes to mind. So for me, that's what I want to see is how you use Barkley with that extra element, how they're going to use Galladay downfield, and what Rudolph is going to bring. Because Authentic brought up about the red zone. Last year, Daniel Jones didn't have anybody in the red zone. Everybody was miniature, and for whatever reason, Evan Ingram can't post.
We also it goes to Garrett as well with play calling.
That was true too. He is giving Deion Jones the ball, who's 190 pounds at the goal line, when you can give it to maybe Alfred Morris or Wayne Galladay. I don't know, but that's just me. Maybe he'll use his personnel better this year, and that just comes through. If this team doesn't sneeze 21 points a game, then they're doing something wrong. I mean, it's easy to score, 20 Authentic, man. Great job. You left me speechless, and that's normally hard to do for me. But I think Daniel Jones, for me, this is a pressure year, really big year for him, because I stand by him. I stand by what he can do. But that's it, man. I don't want to hear excuses. Authentic said, yeah, it's Evan Ingram's fault. It's Evan Ingram's fault, but he still threw the ball, right? He still threw that play. You got to know, okay, Evan Ingram ain't there. I'm throwing it to the back.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. When I was saying, I'm like, there's factors to both that Thomas giving up his sacks and Danny throwing that pick. I don't want to call it excuses, but there's factors to it. But they still made the play. Like, I agree with you there.
Right. But I mean, I'm saying it's not like he threw the ball and the guy was out of distance. He still was rolling out, saw that Evan Ingram was drifting out of view, and still threw it to where the spot was. To me, that's like, what are you looking at? At that point, I'm eating it, and then getting the first down, getting a few yards, and kicking the field goal, because now you cost us points. Now, if you want to look at that game in the whole big spectrum, the Giants lost by a few points. That missed field goal, right, by Graham Gano, the interception down at the goal line, and the drop pass by Darius Slayton. We're talking about Giant football last year. That's how they lost a lot of football games, right? And we saw that repeat in preseason. And the thing about the Giants, and this is what people need to realize, they're not good enough to overcome their costly mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. This is football because the other team gets paid too. We tend to forget that. But at the same time, you can't have a turnover in the red zone. You want to have a turnover and you happen to throw a ball downfield to Galladay and the guy does a great play and he picks it off down the 30-yard line. Okay, I can deal with that interception because now you're giving my defense a chance to, to do something, right? You give up points in the red zone. You don't ever know when those points are going to come back to you in the end of the game, such as the Gano missed field goal, the interception, and then Darius Slayton dropping a football, who, by the way, needs to step up this season. He needs to step up.
Darius Slayton?
Yes. There's too much out there for him not to be good. I don't know about you guys, but he don't play 4-4. He ran a 4-4 at the combine, but I don't see a 4-4 guy on there because when I watched Odell, when I watched John Ross, I see a burner. Right? With Darius Slayton, how come you're not burning cats down the field every time? You're always caught. You're always catching these little sideline routes. This guy needs to take a slant and go like Odell used to do. Odell used to take that slant route, and if there was no safety that blew the angle, he was gone. I don't see that with Slayton. I saw that maybe his rookie year. Last year,
he needs is to develop a little bit of agility, in his movements, quickness in his movements, in addition to the speed that he has. I think is what he needs.
Well, maybe we're overestimating his ability, right? He was drafted as a 5th round pick for a reason, right? So we have to be excited that he's given us something, right? How many 5th round receivers? I mean,
how many 5th rounders give you 750 yards 2 years in a row, man? Like that's good,
right? Unless you're Tyreek Hill, who was an anomaly and can do so many different things. But did you think he was going to do anything out of Auburn? The whole write-up about him was like, oh, he drops passes, he's not good, he played at Auburn, blah, 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 right? And here he goes, he has 1,400 yards in 2 years, which I like. But to me, if you're going to be that guy, I need more than that. Because what are you going to do with Shepard? I mean, this is a good problem to have for the Giants. You got Shepard, you got Slayton, you got Galladay, you got Rudolph, you got Tony. I mean, there's a lot of players out there, right? This should be a track meet on Sunday because they should have 5 wide if everybody's healthy, which it looks like it's going to be.
You want them to run 5 wide, but the Broncos, like their weakness is their run defense.
Right. I'm not saying we're passing the ball in 5 wide. I'm just saying we're spreading them out. You got 26 back there. He's got a lot to do, right? That's going to open a lot of holes for him. Make your offensive line. You got to give advantages to the offensive line, spread formations, things like that. Putting guys in motion. Getting the defense to show their hand helps your offensive line. If we're going to have a weakness, let's help the weakness by putting guys in motion, spreading them out, giving the chance for these playmakers, because that's what it looks like the Giants are trying to do, get the playmakers to make plays to get downfield and kind of create, almost like basketball on turf, right? You got creators out there. I mean, look at Tony. I mean, thing is, how many times you watch that reverse with Shepard and you're like, oh man, that's okay. Now you got Tony who can run that reverse. And you're like, man, we might break one here. We might actually hit a lane with a guy who has a second gear and he's gone. So now the personnel is starting to fit the offense, and let's see if they can put it all together.
Yeah. And one thing I think it comes back down to Garrett. You bring up a lot of good points. It comes down to Garrett. In terms of the receivers for me, obviously the O-line and DJ go hand in hand, but for me it's the receivers and Garrett to go hand in hand because he's going to need to call some better routes, which we saw in preseason for some reason with the second team, not the first team. We got to see how he does this thing come Sunday.
Well, it's interesting because somebody said that, and I was listening to another podcast, one of the Giant guys. You had the Tino on, the Schmelk was up, he was having a podcast, and he was saying, like, it's not about the smash routes and the smash concepts and getting these guys open. It's just about them executing the offense, right? And if you look at what they were doing, Evan Ingram would be Jason Witten, right? Rudolph would be Jason Witten. He's going to do what Evan Ingram couldn't do, and that's box out the linebacker to do that 5-yard hitch route. You're going to see that hitch play. It's just it'll be executed differently because you'll see a different guy who's ran that route in Minnesota who is going to now run that route here and had perfected at it, right? That's what he does. He's a chain mover. He didn't have a great yardage last year, but he had touchdowns. He makes plays. He's a chain mover. You have Evan Ingram then that you can detach and do a lot of things with. The only problem I have with Evan Ingram is he can't block for anything. Like, I love the guy. He does, it's hard to block, and you can't move him to a wide receiver because then you lose the effectiveness of having him as a tight end, which is what you want, matchups with the safeties and everything like that. So chess piece wise, you have to leave him where he's at. But the problem is they give up a lot in the run game, and then you can't be telegraphing your plays by putting in Rudolph when he's running, or Caden Smith or somebody else like that, and then having Evan Ingram, who may or may not play. But the point is for me, it's I can't just get on Garrett for routes. I have to get on the play calling for execution and how the offense is built, right? Because this is Joe Judge too. He's signing off on these plays, right? Jason Garrett just doesn't say, "Okay, coach, here it is. I'm going to call the game, and everyone's going to be kumbaya." No, he's going to look at the game plan and say, "Okay, I like this. I don't like this," and let's hope that it's more effective with the number 26 back there. Remember, they didn't have 26 to run these plays. So you're going to run the middle of the field type of routes, and you have nobody out of the backfield that threatens you. You're gonna have guys tip balls. Now the linebacker has to think twice. If Saquon Barkley is trickling out of the backfield, he can't cover Evan Ingram the same way, right? So these are types of things that the personnel will open up a lot more, on offense. And that's why people need to realize is, like, I don't care who gets the ball. It could be anybody, but any one of these 5 guys could take it to the house, and it changes the dynamic of the defense because you can't cover anybody over. Everyone can make plays, right? Shepard, Ingram, even Slayton here and there, and Galladay. You can't cover everyone. So someone's going to be open. It's a matter of if Daniel can find them, and if that play is designed for them to get open.
Exactly. Adam, man, you gave a lot of information. You said you couldn't follow it up, but what are you talking about, man? You lied to me, bro. This man brought on so much information, especially on the offensive side of the ball regarding the receivers and routes and whatnot, which we didn't really cover. So I appreciate it, man. But I will have to go. Any last thoughts you want to share with the chat before we go in to this? Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be my last stream before we go into week 1, man, with the matchup.
Final thoughts is, let's go, baby. It's week 1. Time to go get it. This is where the march begins. The march for the Lombardi. If you want to get the Lombardi, this is where it begins on Sunday at 12. Get your popcorn ready.
Exactly, man. Hey, Adam, thank you for calling in, man. As usual, it was great. Have a good one, bro.
You too. Bye.
As he said, the march begins now if we want to go for Lombardi. I hope everybody has a fun time Thursday night. You know what I mean? I'm be watching, praying on the Cowboys' downfall. We'll see what happens. But that's it for tonight, guys. What a good old 2.5 hours, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Members, like I said, the video I was editing right before I started the stream is going to come out within the next hour or so. Keep your eye out. And then regular viewers are going to see it during the day tomorrow. Peace.